All right, we're back. We're live, guys. What is going on, my dudes? How's everybody doing? Probably turn my mic up just a tiny bit. How is everyone today on this beautiful Wednesday fucking evening? I guess it's like 6 o'clock, so yeah, it would be probably considered evening. How's everybody? Doesn't stream for a week and then streams 2 days in a row. I know, it's fucking nutty, right? So much fucking cat hair on my setup, like she's just sleeping underneath my desk. She sleeps around like she fucking pays rent in this bitch. Jesus Christ, man. Is it ever freaking coming? So tired. I mean, it feels that way, man. I don't know. I hope it's coming out soon. It's only been, over a year, but I guess we're going to find out more information tomorrow about it. So I hope this is telling us it's here. It's not here, unfortunately. It's Wednesday, my dudes. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Lobster Baby says, hi, Plubius. What up? Hey, I'm doing good. That's good. I hope you guys are doing good because we have an interesting day today because we're just pretty much going to be talking about predictions and possibly what we're going to see tomorrow with Mike Klum's update. I do have his Patreon pulled up, so we're gonna look at a Patreon and then I don't know, like have a little bit of a conversation about like what's going on with it and shit like that. Wood chipper. Hey man, who knows? Maybe at the end we get a little visit from Wood Chipper man. imagine if EDP is just like some fucking clone that's just been living his life the last year, and the real EDP got a visit from Mr. Wood Chipper at the end of the documentary. But we're going to be talking about some I don't know, just some ideas here, maybe what you guys are expecting from this documentary. I know I'd like to see some certain things from it. So it'll be interesting to see what you guys have to say about the documentary and possibly if you guys are still excited about it. I mean, I don't even know if there's still hype for it. I know the hype, like my hype has kind of gone down quite a lot, but do you think EDP will end up going to jail at the end of the documentary? Probably not because he's not in jail right now and the documentary was filmed like over a year ago. So, I mean, there's a chance that something may happen after the documentary gets posted if certain parties watch this documentary. It depends on what he says, right? I don't know what the outcome's going to be. That's one of like the biggest things I've talked about is like what is actually going to come from this documentary. Like what's going to be the outcome? What's going to happen? Me personally, I want them to show EDP's obsession with fecal matter. I mean, I'm sure it might get brought up. I mean, I swear to fuck, if Mike Klum gives us a clip of like EDP in the fucking toilet, because he likes doing that shit, man. He likes jump scaring us with like these fucking scenes where it's like with Boogie, it was him in the fucking bathtub. Maybe the day after the documentary, who knows? I mean, I'm sure. I don't know what he says. He might say some incriminating shit that like, could prompt a law enforcement team to actually take action. I don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming Mike Klum has the proper people. I don't know. But wishing that from this documentary, I think is kind of like wishful thinking. I don't know. Hey, Blues, how the heck are you? I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. It's been a very slow, long-winded day, so I thought might as well end it off with a bit of a live stream. Sit down, get some snacks, get some drinks, and have a one of those little discussion streams that we like to do over here. So we are gonna probably look at like Mike Klum's previous Patreon post because, as you guys know, tomorrow is May 1st, and he usually posts Patreon updates on the 1st of each month. So we're gonna be getting hopefully a free Patreon post tomorrow. So that's why I'm doing this little live stream tonight to just like, touch base, kind of talk about what we're expecting from tomorrow, shit like that. I mean, there is a court case against him. The FBI are looking. Yeah. Well, that's just it, right? He has an active case. So shout out to Queso. I don't know why I said it like that. Johnny Somalia is 900% cooked now. Yeah. Dude's fried in fucking batter and oil, dude. He's fucked. Finally, man, and they said justice doesn't get served. Hopefully though, hopefully he like goes to jail and fucking stays. We both know on the documentary EDP is going to say he's been set up. I mean, I guess we'll see. That's another thing is it's hard to tell how EDP is going to act in this documentary. Like we all know EDP at this point and kind of like how he deals with certain aspects of criticism and shit, which is like he just doesn't. He sucks at dealing with criticism. Which you think he'd be good at this point because he's been dealing with it over the last fucking 3 years. But if you can't do the time, don't do the crime type shit. But it's like, I don't know, maybe he will try to make it seem like he didn't do anything wrong. But then I trust Mike Klum to actually hit us with the cold hard truth. Do you guys ever watch like Hell's Kitchen and shit like that? Where the people will be like, no, chef, we swear we wash all our fucking, lettuce and shit, and then it does like a cutaway with the editing, and you see them not washing shit and actually dropping it on the floor and fucking. I hope Mike Klum does some of that shit. If EDP tries to pull some bullshit on him, Mike Klum will just pull up some footage or something he said previously. But I guess we'll see, man. I guess we'll see. Because like, let's be honest, he didn't hold back with Boogie, so I doubt EDP is going to be any different. Hopefully. But the negative thing is with Boogie 2988 is Mike Klum kind of gave Boogie 2988 a second chance at his career, right? He ended up getting on Lolcow. He was, a widely searched name during that time. So Mike Klum might actually give EDP like a second fucking career. I guess we'll see, man. That's kind of the negative effects of doing a documentary on someone, though, is when you're that large, like Mike Klum, even though Mike Klum's not like the biggest person on the internet, he's still like, if he puts a documentary out, it's going to get millions of views, right? So it's like, when you're at that stage, you got to understand that when you talk about someone, whether it's in a negative or good light, you're going to bring a lot of attention to them. You know what I mean? I saw Fat 600-pound dude on Steam and thought it was EDP on stream and thought, what dude? Who are you you talking about like the black queso? Why are you supporting EDP? Why the fuck do we get these comments every single day, brother? Like, these people just hop in chat and go, why are you supporting a predator? Oh my god. Take 5 minutes to just look at my channel, you fucking idiot. Like, oh my god, bro. I'm literally getting to a point where it's like, I'm just gonna ignore comments like that because it's like, the fuck are you talking about? Supporting someone and talking about someone is two different things. Fucking read a book. Jesus Christ, bro. He's not. Chad is retarded. I mean, we just gotta be patient with these kind of people, man. Because apparently, like, talking about a documentary or covering a documentary is supporting like said person in the documentary. Even though I've been obviously very negative towards EDP for a very long time, he clearly, if I was so supportive of EDP, why did he make a roast video about me? Like, it's so fucking stupid, bro. Like, supporting is kind of a stretch. I would not say supporting. If you could say promoting, then yeah, I guess I am kind of promoting EDP to a certain aspect. But I literally just went over that fucking that little statement. I literally just went over it. You can't talk about someone without it giving them some limelight, even if it's negative. We don't support him. We love to hate him because he's a piece of shit. I mean, yeah, I mean, so you is a predator. So you is a predator supporter. Is this like some Gideon fan? Yo, this looks like a Gideon fan to me. I don't know what you guys think. Chad Gentleman over here, reincarnated. Reincarnated from what? Like you fucking turned from one retard to another one? Is that your reincarnation? Wow, you became a bigger retard. Good job. Everyone clap. He fucking evolved like goddamn Pokemon. Like, it's so fucking stupid, bro. It'll come when the sun rises from the west. Imagine if Mike Klum said that. He's like, oh, you guys want the documentary? You guys want to know when it's coming out? It's coming out in the fucking in the sun rises. Calm down, bro. No, I'm not even upset. It's just fucking goofy, bro. It's so dumb. It's like what's that one saying where it's like it's hard to live in a world full of idiots? That's genuinely how I feel sometimes. I'm not calling everyone idiots, but like there's sometimes where people just run into chat, especially when you're like streaming or doing YouTube, and they just like say the dumbest shit and try to like paint a narrative that they sit in chat for like 2 minutes and they're like, oh, you're supporting EDP. Yeah, fucking join the club, bro. Like it's so fucking stupid. Are you EDP in disguise? I mean, maybe. EDP's got a lot of free time, man. Apparently, talking about and making theories about a documentary that is mostly probably going to be negative about EDP is apparently supporting him. Like, you're a fucking idiot. This shit's so fucking sad, bro. It genuinely is so fucking sad. One sec. I'm gonna pull the I'm gonna pull the fucking screen up. There we go. Also, I don't know what him getting like dentist treatment is actually gonna fucking do for anyone. You definitely sound like EDP. Who, me? I sound like EDP? Are you sure about that? I haven't said the N word in like a while. No, I'm kidding. Who do you think wins in a fight between the Avengers and the X-Men? I honestly think that X-Men clears the Avengers. They outnumber them and they got Phoenix Force, and people got mad when I said it. I mean, I feel like the X-Men clears the Avengers. But that's my personal opinion. They got a guy who fucking shoots arrows, okay? You definitely sound like an EDP supporter. Yeah, because everything I've said so far this stream definitely makes me sound like an EDP supporter. Get the fuck out of here. Like, holy shit, man. Yeah, I definitely sound like an EDP supporter. You know, I've just been sitting here fucking grazing his balls for the last 10 minutes saying how great of a content creator he is. God, rage baiting, man. Like, it's so fucking stupid, man. You come in here, you get your attention from a fucking small content creator, and then you just fuck off. Like, it's like so pathetic, bro. Who knows when the last time EDP last went to the dentist? Probably in this photo, man. One would assume it's probably in this photo. Bet EDP's teeth are yellow. His breath stinks. Also, what's up? Not much, man. Just chilling. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel bad for whatever dentist had to like actually deal with EDP's fucking teeth here. Okay, hold on. I fucking whatchamacallit, fucking the one song stuck in my head by Sabrina Carpenter. Dude, even some of the X-Men are Avengers. Thor and Wanda can stop the Phoenix. Thor strong enough to hold it back, and Chaos Magic hurts the Phoenix, but still they get outnumbered pretty easy. I mean, yeah, I feel like there's more X-Men than there is fucking. I mean, they have a whole fucking academy. Imagine the cavities, though. I mean, I don't get paid enough to like fucking do a deep dive into that shit. It's such a shame how Vitali had to become a nuanced streamer. He was a good pred hunter. I mean, I wouldn't agree with that. I feel like he was a real shit predator hunter, and I feel like what he's doing now is just an indication of his mindset throughout that entire time. So, I mean, I wouldn't cut. I would, me personally, I wouldn't consider him a good pred hunter. You can think that, but he's always been kind of like a fucking nutcase. So that's just my personal opinion. I can't even sing the song because I'll get fucking copyrighted, bro. Yeah, because the hunting was fake. Yeah, I mean some of it was fake. I know he probably did some real predator hunts, but like he was no better than like the dads against predators and shit. The guys who are like just like assaulting predators and not even getting them a chip challenge or some dumb shit. Which is like, yeah, that's totally gonna look good in a court case, you fucking dumbass. Like, what a fucking idiot, man. As predator catching, I think like if it's done well, I think it's a good thing. I feel like, you know, you can protect kids and also get your views or whatever, but like problem is though is that's not how it always goes. Anyone who is a pred catch isn't a real good person. Leave it to professionals, not small time wannabes. I mean, like not everybody. I feel like there are some like actual dedicated predator hunters out there who are dedicated and are good at their jobs, but they're so far and few between that it's like I can understand why a lot of people want predator catching like just gone in general because it seems like they honestly at the end of the day they do more harm than good. I mean that the Avengers have more raw power. I mean I literally have a thunder god, a force of nature, and a literal nexus being chaos, which sorry, oh excuse me. Literal nexus being chaos, which and a Ghost Rider, but still there's more X-Men than Avengers. Yeah, and there's like you gotta understand some of the X-Men are pretty fucking powerful too. I mean, even like some guy, a little guy named Wolverine, he's pretty fucking powerful. Plus, couldn't you consider Deadpool as an X-Men? I feel like there was some sort of comic issue where he was an X-Men for a bit. I think he had like a whole ass costume. So I guess it really depends on what time period the Avengers are fighting the X-Men. Because at one point they're pretty. Plus, Professor Xavier is fucking insane. You know what I mean? Professor Xavier is like one of the most powerful fucking telekinetic fucking beings in I think any superhero media at all. Hi, Plubius. So, what's the documentary predictions? Also, do you think that EDP45 will get his components after it releases? I don't know. So, pretty much the predictions I want to go over is just like who we think we're going to be seeing in the documentary. When the fuck is this documentary coming out? Um, the kind of reaction that people are going to have to this documentary, which I guess is kind of what you're asking towards the end there, which is like what do you think, like what's going to happen or whatever. And then probably like a big thing I'm curious about is just to see like um what happens with Gideon. I think that's kind of something that's interesting to me because I know Kayla kind of calls him out in the documentaries. So I guess we'll see. There's a couple little things I'm looking forward to. But to answer your question, like what I feel like my personal prediction is that he's probably going to get a career off this. I'm sure his cameo is going to start popping off again. I'm sure like he might make another YouTube channel. But you would hope that a big majority of people will see the documentary and be like, yeah, this guy's disgusting. Fuck him. But unfortunately, on that large scale, you're going to have a few people who are going to go and support EDP after the documentary comes out, um, which sucks, man. Like, that does suck. But like I said, it's kind of a double-edged sword where it's like you can't really talk about someone like EDP without gaining some sort of like viewership or attention towards them, especially when you're going to be releasing a documentary that's going to get probably like millions of views. Like I feel like a lot of people don't understand that the EDP documentary isn't even that well known yet, right? It's only like probably like a couple thousand people even know about it. Who were there during that time, but a lot of people forgot. So it's going to be a big surprise when he does launch the trailer. People are going to be like, "Holy fuck, EDP" and shit like that, right? So, and I feel like a lot of people don't actually fully know what EDP did, like, or read the messages or what he's actually been up to over the last like 3 years on the internet. So I hope they cover all that shit. I hope they cover like what he's been doing ever since the Sting, because he's been doing some fucked up shit. But to be fair, Phoenix Force is one of the most powerful things in Marvel. You're cooked when even Galactus is scared of Phoenix, and Phoenix can stand up to Celestials. Yeah. Plus, some Pred catchers end up being Preds themselves. I remember hearing rumors once, Chet Goldstein, where he was allegedly to be a pedo. I don't think Chet has ever been a pedo. I know he used to make like really fucking weird jokes about kids and shit like that. But I don't think like he's ever actually been like confirmed to be a predator. Plus, like I think he was one time using his actual nephew like profile picture and likeness to like catch predators, which is fucking weird. But I guess I don't think he's ever been a pred though. I don't like him, but I feel like the pred word is a little too loosely in a lot of these kind of situations. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like he's done some bad shit, but I don't know if he's a predator. But that does happen where sometimes predator catchers or people within that genre end up being called out themselves. Also, Hulk is the force of nature. He's that powerful. Yeah, X Force is that's what you were referring to him, and Wolverine, great costume, were the best they ever had, and I hope they get added to Marvel Rivals. Same. Yeah, I really like the like Wolverine and Deadpool costume from X Force. I have like this fucking like this is gonna sound super fucking nerdy, but I have like this Deadpool like board game. I guess it's like I'm pretty sure it's Monopoly. It's like some limited edition, and like all the areas are like different variants of Deadpool. Dude, it's pretty fucking sick, man. But to be fair, Wanda did manage to temporarily reality warp the X gene, but still, some of them resisted that attack, and it was only temporary. Yeah, and I feel like people are gonna bring up the argument like from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, where like, well, Wanda fucking destroyed the Illuminati and fucked up Professor Xavier, even though that's not my fucking Professor Xavier. I don't give a fuck. You have the world's smartest man, Richard Reeds, fucking being like, Wanda, Black Bolt can kill you in just a whisper. It's like, why the fuck would he say that when you're dealing with this entity that's fucking like dead walking and shit? Like, are you dumb, bruh? And then she just snaps Professor Xavier's neck. We're talking about someone who literally can control everything. Like, we don't talk about that movie. Even though I feel like I personally like that movie in some parts. Like, I genuinely kind of like the Sam Raimi shit, but like, that's cool. Yeah, I got it at like EB Games back when EB Games was like a big thing. I have a couple board games actually. I have like FNAF Clue and like fucking Mario Kart Monopoly. Mario Kart Monopoly is dope because I actually went on a little mini hunt, a little mini search, and I tried looking for like all the characters because they don't sell them all at once. So I remember like literally driving around the city, just going to Toys R Us's, looking for these little mini fucking cart figurines that cost like fucking $20 each. Dude, being a gamer is not fucking cheap, dude. Like, yeah, but I would explain to you how her reality warping works, but you don't even need to read the comics. The shows and movies explain it perfectly. Yeah, I mean, we saw it when she was like fucking with the Avengers in Age of Ultron, right? Like she can just like fuck with people. But that's also because she has what it's the reality stone, right? That's what she's like connected to. Or whatever. Yeah, Wanda's fucking insane, bro. Not to mention she is very attractive. Who's she played by again? One of the Olsens or whatever? Elizabeth Olsen. Damn. I remember seeing an interview where like Tom Holland got asked, he's like, which character in like the Marvel universe would you like want to date? And he's like, oh, Wanda or whatever. he's like, yeah, she's super hot or whatever. I'm like, yeah. Tom Holland, I know what the fuck. And then he goes and dates fucking Zendaya, bruh. Like, bruh. To be fair, though, Zendaya is not that bad looking. Maybe I'm just being a hater. Speaking of the Avengers, are you guys gonna go see whatchamacallit, the fucking Suicide Squad? Um fuck, what are they called? The Expendables or whatever? I heard it's actually getting like really good reviews. I don't know, I might go see it. It's got like Bucky in it, and I'm a huge fan of Bucky, so yeah, being a gamer isn't easy because I bought a rare copy of Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, which has Master Quest and GameCube, which was only out for pre-orders, cost me $50 taxes too. Yeah, I mean, like it's only like it's one of those hobbies that are getting more and more expensive. But then you want to like buy older consoles and shit, but then they become retro. It's like let me tell you a little concept about video games, right? It's newer games are costing more because they're more advanced, right? And newer consoles are costing more. But older games all of a sudden become this phase called retro, where now people can fucking charge more because it's older. It's like it's impossible to be a gamer, bro. You just gotta find that middle ground. But at the same time, like people collect shit in gaming. But then, like again, once it becomes old, it becomes just as expensive. Yeah, basically, like in the show, she's trying to bring her children reality, but in the comics, she can't create life on its own. She has to create life out of life. Well, yeah, like look at the WandaVision, right? Like she couldn't just create. Well, I guess she created her two kids, but you know she had to enslave a town instead of just making her own town. She had to like mind warp the residents of this town, right? She couldn't just like create them all by themselves, you know. They should make an Ultimate Avengers live action movie. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Just like how I know this is gonna be controversial, okay, but I've been like looking into a lot of comic books with Spider-Man lately. Okay, I've been kind of back in the comic books. I think they should make like a superior Spider-Man movie. I know it wasn't like that fond of when it initially or originally came out because of like the plot holes and shit like that, and kind of like how they treated Peter Parker throughout that comic book series. But like, imagine seeing a live action superior Spider-Man suit, and I think Andrew Garfield would be perfect for superior Spider-Man. He's got like the proper build. I don't know. That's just me thinking out loud, though. That's also just one of my favorite Spider-Man comics. Just not because it's good, okay, but it's because it's like I like the concept of like Doctor Ock taking over Peter's body and just seeing the concept of someone else being Spider-Man who isn't Peter Parker and like the same morals as Peter Parker. You've seen the copies of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on eBay. They're rare and run for 100 or even 400 or 1,000. Yeah, I know. Like I tend to like kind of go on like eBay and Kijiji just to kind of look at some older retro stuff because my brother's like really into like collecting retro stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I'll look at some like Nintendo stuff. Anything Nintendo is fucking expensive as shit. Like you look back at like even the NES and shit can run for quite a lot. And like you said, like Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, and like Legend of Zelda in general is fucking like, dude, it's so expensive. No game, no offense, but those games look great. But no game that looks like an 8-bit game should be costing that much. And I guess it's just the idea of it. I guess it's so I hate like the whole retro concept because it's like if a game gets old, you think it gets cheaper. Nah, it actually becomes retro. It's like, oh, you want a Nintendo DS Lite? Yeah, that $150, please. It's like, dog, this thing's like a fucking 20-year-old console. Like, why is it so much? Well, because it's retro. It's got that flipping motion. It's like, fuck off. Yeah, she literally reality warped Namor's molecules to another location, essentially taking him out of the fight, and she turned Sebastian Shaw into cinders for threatening Wiccan. Interesting. Everyone hates Namor, bro. That's what I'm starting to realize. I remember when Superior Spider-Man punched Scorpion's jaw off. Yeah, it was like that shit was so fucking iconic. Because like they're like, oh, Spider-Man's here, and then he just fucking rips Scorpion's jaws off. And it reminds you how powerful Spider-Man actually fucking is. Like if Spider-Man really wanted to, he could just be killing everyone, right? With one punch. Spider-Man can literally just walk up to a fucking villain and just like knock him the fuck and just kill him pretty much, unless they're like very strong. But a lot of Spider-Man's villains are just like fucking super nerdy, weirdo villains who don't really have much superpowers. Even though some of them do, but like, you know what I mean? I feel like the Green Goblin, even though he's a badass and he's got some sort of like he's got like the super soldier serum in him or whatever, I feel like Spider-Man could just still just like kill him in one hit. But then it's like they would have to make more villains, right? Like that's why heroes don't kill villains, is because, yeah, it's morally better, I guess, from the hero standpoint, even though if they don't kill villains, they end up causing more people to die, which is the Batman theory or whatever. But I feel like a big reason why they don't kill off villains in comic books, or like the superheroes kill them, is because they're just going to have to keep rewriting new villains. And they're like, fuck that. Thankfully, I own Twilight Princess on the Wii and Wii U, which are rare, plus the Wolf Link amiibo, which is rare, which I'm happy I own. Yeah, there you go. And hold on to that, right? Like, you don't want to sell that shit, even though you could probably get a pretty buck off that shit. But Spider-Man holds back against Dr. Octopus, Scorpion, Vulture, and Mysterio. Yeah, exactly. Like, the dude just kind of holds back. They even say it, like, in Spider-Man No Way Home or whatever, is where they literally say, like, even Andrew Garfield Spider-Man's like, I stopped holding back my punches, right? Like Spider-Man definitely holds back his punch. Dude can hold cars, right? He's got some insane strength. Fucking Bucky, right? Bucky, he's pretty much a super soldier in his own right. He goes to like punch Spider-Man with his fucking robotic arm, which is very fucking strong. And Spider-Man just like grabs it with his hand and goes like, oh, this is cool. Like, it's like, holy fuck. And that's the cool thing about Spider-Man. It's just the fact that he's so young in the comic books and shit. And he's so fucking strong, bro. It's insane. And I've seen her warp Ultron's bots out of reality. But as far as warping somebody living out of reality, I have really ever seen her do it. So I don't think she can warp a living creature out of reality. Yeah, I don't think she's ever done that, though. Except for like in the canon, not canon, but like in the MCU where she made Tommy and what's his name? The two kids. So. And for the right reasons, too, Neymar is a fraud and a traitor. And he's a dirty fish fucker, and I'm not joking. He sleeps with fish. Yeah, he's just the Deep 2.0. I guess he was before the Deep. Neymar's been around forever. Also, didn't he like pretty much molest Invisible Woman? Is that like a storyline in the comics? That sounds familiar. But he doesn't hold back against Rhino and Venom, Carnage, Lizard, and Green Goblin. Yeah, kind of like guys who can take it, you know? I feel like even then, though, Spider-Man could still probably one-hit them or do some pretty fucking crazy damage. I know like Scorpion and all those guys are like stronger than, let's say, Dr. Octopus or like, you know, Electro. I guess Electro's still pretty strong, but... And Venom, too. Like, he's a fucking giant goo alien. Like, how the fuck do you even fight something like that? I know they gave him a weakness of like sound, like loud vibrations and shit like that, but... Also, I'm tired of heroes not killing the villains, dude. Like, I'm fed up with the trope. Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's like fucking. What was that one clip? I don't know if you guys have seen Peacemaker, but he literally brings that up where he's like, "I'm a hero too," or whatever. And he's like, "No, Batman's a hero. He doesn't kill." He's like, "Yeah," and then Batman subsequently ends up getting 1,000 people killed because he's too much of a pansy bitch to kill the Joker. right? And when you think of it from a fundamental standpoint, it's like, yeah, is it more heroic on paper for these heroes not to kill? Absolutely, right? Like that's a big moving point of Spider-Man is he wants to help people and not kill them, right? But the problem is though, when you have someone like Joker or anything like that, in a perfect world, yeah, putting them behind bars and them never able to get out sounds good. Problem is though, in comic books, is they always fucking get out. They always escape. So it's like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Like at that point, honestly, like just start. It becomes more about the hero's reputation, less about actually saving people. Right. And that's why Superior Spider Man is such a good comic book. And it goes to show the dangers of actually killing villains too, because he ended up getting a lot more villains on his ass as well. And then the Green Goblin showed up and pretty much took over the whole fucking city. So to Spider-Man, it's a lot more than just being able to make the hard sacrifices like killing villains. It's more about being able to just sustain the city and do what's right. So that's why I think the comic book's amazing. Obviously, I feel like storytelling wise is not great. Why the fuck did MJ not notice that that wasn't fucking Peter Parker? That will never, like, that's one of the biggest plot holes in comic book history. Like, she just like was like, yeah, I know Spider-Man's like killing hero or villains now, and you know he's acting a lot different, like a fucking villain. Yeah, that's fine. He's just having an off day, right? But like I said, she can manipulate someone with her reality warping, like warping them to another location or just straight up warping their structure. Like, well, that's probably why she survived in the last one. I'm assuming she just teleported the fuck out of there before the fucking rocks crushed her. But hey, I guess we'll see in Secret War or Doomsday. I don't know. Is she going to be in Doomsday? At least Bearverse Optimus Prime ripped Megatron or took out Sentinel because those guys done fucked up things. Yeah, exactly. Like Megatron was like, like fuck you, like gone to a huge fight with Optimus Prime, and then in the fucking movies, like he ends up just fucking destroying Megatron, even though Megatron helped him to kill the one dude. Yeah, I'm so good with fucking like lore with that shit, but dude, Spider-Man has no jokes, especially a Scarlet Spider. The Kane Parker version, just look up the mark of Kane, strong enough to rip through your flesh like paper. Yeah, exactly. Like people kind of underestimate how strong Spider-Man actually is. The motherfucker swings through, and I know this doesn't sound that crazy, but this guy swings through New York with like one hand. Do you know how fucking hard that is for a regular human to do? At those speed and velocity, you'd rip your shoulder out. I was shocked to see Wanda and Quicksilver in the Avengers. I was like, why are the Brotherhood of Mutants doing here? Yeah, like during the Age of Ultron. Yeah, I know it was kind of crazy to see him. We're getting and it's even crazier because we're getting a lot of X-Men in the upcoming Doctor Doom movie, right? Or Doomsday. Like I'm pretty sure they announced a couple of mutants. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know how they're going to play this, man. I know Disney is Marvel Disney has been kind of on like a fucking downhill lately. I know like the newest movie, the fucking Suicide Squad, the Marvel Suicide Squad is doing pretty well like review wise, but I feel like Doomsday has to just come out swinging for them to kind of get back, cuz one of my favorite comic book series is Secret War. I love Secret War, so I really hope they do this well. I know it's not going to be the exact same as the comic book series, but Secret War is definitely up there, man. It's fucking. I love Secret War. Next to like, I think World War Hulk too is definitely up there with me with when it comes to like the Avengers and shit. I love how we went from talking about EDP to talking about like fucking Marvel, dude. I love this fucking chat, dude. I love these streams, man. Because we start with one thing and we talk about something completely opposite, which is fine. I mean, I fucking love Marvel, so. Like I'm saying, a reality warping isn't as on par like Doctor Manhattan or Franklin Richards, but her chaos magic, her being a Nexus being, makes her one of the most powerful beings in Marvel. Yeah, dude, fucking Scarlet Witch is insane, bro. Disney in general has sucked, especially with Snow White. Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing, man. Disney's reputation has gone so fucking low since we can look back when Disney movies actually used to be good. Like look back at like fucking Infinity War and Endgame and shit. Like not the best movies ever. Okay, I know that's kind of controversial. Not the best movies ever, but they're still really fucking good. Right? And that's when like Marvel was at its peak. And then obviously ever since then we got like She-Hulk, Snow White, the newest fucking Lion King remake or whatever the fuck that no one cared about. Like no one gives a shit. What we want is like just better movies, right? Like that's the thing. And I'm realizing now as I'm like in this age where it's like, why are we like sitting here and just being okay with subpar? Like I know I've fucking sucked this game off every day, but like Expedition 33, right? I was looking at it for a while. It comes out of nowhere for a lot of people. I knew it was coming out. Okay, I'll admit I'll be cocky about it, but like what was it, like $60? So it's like way less than like normal full price. Comes out of nowhere, small development team, and it's fucking amazing. And it makes you like it's like when you're in a toxic relationship and someone comes in and treats you good, like on a good night, right? And then you realize how toxic a relationship is. And that's how I feel with like just life in general when it comes to just media, right? Like gaming media, movies. It's like, guys, we deserve better. Why are we being okay with the She-Hulks and the fucking Snow White movies and shit like that? And then you realize that those movies do tank, which is good. But for whatever reason, these like studios aren't like realizing that. Usually you think that they realize, oh, this shit isn't working out. Maybe we should switch it up, but they just fucking don't. They're like, whatever, let's keep making schlop, right? Let's keep charging fucking $120 for a goddamn fucking Mario Kart game. Like, I don't know, man. I think it's just getting to a boiling point with me when it comes to stuff like that. Who do you think the most shocking celebrity to get busted with CP is? If we're talking about like just like in general, if we're doing like a tier list here, I'd probably say like in terms of like the world as a stage, probably Jared Fogle. I think like when that shit came out, it kind of like rocked the world a little bit, especially given that there was so much evidence that came out in the world. You could literally read like documents about it. So probably like Jared Fogle. And then definitely like if we're talking about YouTube and shit like that, there's been some crazy cases with YouTube as well. But 2007 Megatron was a beast, ripping Jazz apart and beating up Optimus. I know, dude. Jazz also, I gotta say this right now. Jazz was like one of my favorite fucking Autobots, dude. I remember having him. I had a couple fucking Transformer figurines actually. If you don't know what a Nexus being, well, I know what a Nexus being is. Pillars of the Multiverse. Every timeline have them. Yeah, I know. I know what a Nexus being is. But yeah, I agree. Like, it's kind of hard to explain what the fuck they even are. But basically, Kang the Conqueror, he's an example. He is a Nexus being in his timeline, and there's a Vision from another timeline that is a Nexus being, and there's Odin from another timeline who is too. Isn't it like Nexus beings are like they if they die, it like fucking destroys the universe, which is such a weird concept. Why does EDP create multiple channels? It's pretty simple. He's just scared to get banned, man. Like that's why he creates so many channels. Like he has backup channels to his backup channels. Same way Jared Genesis does the same shit. It's they're scared to get banned, and so they make second channels to run to when they get banned, which is ban evading, right? Like, you can't just run to a fucking flagship channel after your current channel gets deleted. Bro, you know who I forgot about? Freaking P. Diddy, aka the Diddler. I think the reason why a lot of people forgot about P. Diddy is because he kind of turned into a meme. So like I feel like his crimes didn't seem that serious, even though they were extremely serious. But it's kind of like what's his face too? The fucking Jello Pop guy or whatever, or the pudding pop. Fucking goddamn, what's his name, dude? The pudding pop guy. Fuck. He got like arrested for a bunch of really fucking gross shit, and people just kind of forgot about him because he was kind of a meme. So Bill Cosby, yeah, Bill fucking Cosby, dude. He was like, what he did was fucking insane too. But I feel like a lot of people kind of like overlooked it just because it kind of became a meme, and he was kind of like one of those crazy people, right? Yeah, but she really is about it. She's one of the most powerful Avengers for a reason. I would literally put her comfortably behind Thor and Hulk. Yeah, dude. Like she's fucking powerful, dude. Unlike fucking Captain Marvel, where was that? There was a whole discussion about how Captain Marvel's the most powerful Avenger. Fuck out of here. I would give it to Thor and then probably Wanda as second, and then probably Hulk. Like that's how I would rate it. I still got my 2007 Jazz toy. Yeah, like I had a couple Avengers toys. Like I had Jazz. I had the one police car. I think from the Transformer movie. Like he was the cop or whatever. He wasn't around long. I think Bumblebee fucked his shit up. But like I had the cop one. I had the one that had like the Scorpion robot that would go underground and shit. I had that one. I had Megatron, I think in his tank form or whatever. I had Starscream as the jet, and then they're all gone. I have no idea. I would love to keep them because I would love to put them on display. They're like very high quality Transformers too. But I'll be honest with you guys, I think I broke them. Does Canada have a sex offender registry, and how do you think time was before the sex registry in the 90s? I think we have something similar to the Canadian sex registry. I think it's like very similar to it. I don't think it's called that though. But I think I mean like obviously it's good. I think when it comes to like sex offending crimes and stuff like that, I think it is very important for people to know who you are, right? I feel like if you're going into a new neighborhood or fucking anything like that, you should be informing the people who live with you or live nearby you the kind of person you are. Even if you're like reformed, people should be wary about that. And I feel like you gain more respect as a person if you inform people that you're a sex offender or you've been previously charged for sex crimes and stuff like that. So obviously, like the registry is great. The one thing I would criticize though is I feel like the government isn't hard enough on certain sex related crimes. I feel like a lot of the times these people kind of relapse, which sucks, right? But I mean, I'm not some sort of political leader, so obviously I can't make those calls. But do you think George Lucas regrets giving Lucasfilms to Disney? I mean, I feel like he does, but I feel like he doesn't. At the time, he was really incentivized to give it away because obviously the Star Wars fandom was really upset with him over the prequels, which I look back at now and the prequels weren't even that bad. I'll be one of those people, okay? I'll be one of those controversial people. I watched them back and they're not great, right? But they're not terrible. I think they tell a compelling story, especially since, the last film is fucking. I would say the last film's one of my top 5 favorite Star Wars movies ever, or 3, right? So, I don't know if he regrets it. I feel like obviously, like he is the creator of Star Wars, so he probably doesn't like the direction it's going. He personally would probably take it in a different direction than what Disney did. But at the end of the day, unfortunately he can't really say much because he sold it off for what, like $1 billion or something. So if he really regretted it, he probably wouldn't have sold it in the first place. But I understand why he did, because at the time, like he was heavily criticized for what he did with Star Wars, which sucks, man. I feel like George Lucas is a good director. Just I feel like that was around the time when CGI was kind of becoming a big thing, and I feel like he was too reliant on it, and that's why a lot of the movies don't age very well now, is because they're just so filled with CGI. I mean, Scarlet Witch died before times, but apparently the universe kept bringing her back. So technically that makes her immortal, but still GG sometimes. Yeah, exactly. I got Ratchet. He is a combat medic. Last time I checked. Speaking of that, he was a jerk in the Prime show. Yeah, Ratchet 2 was like up there, right? Ratchet was the fucking fuck the fire truck or whatever. I know some stuff. I used to watch the cartoons back in the day. I mean, if I'm talking about the classic Avengers lineup in order, Thor, Hulk, Wanda, Doctor Strange, and Captain Marvel, because Captain Marvel is pretty powerful. I think she can reach galaxy levels. I mean, she is definitely pretty powerful. I'm not sleeping on Captain Marvel, but I just feel like she's not as powerful as like Hulk or Thor or Wanda, right? She's definitely up there, especially compared to like someone who shoots arrows and a fucking assassin. But Megatron became a joke in later sequels, went from being a menacing leader to an average commander, in my opinion. Yeah, I feel like he did lose a lot of his steam, especially since he was so like villainous, right? Like he was fucking villainous in the old cartoons and shit. And then he kind of like just, I don't know, dude. I feel like he just kind of lost his power, right? Starscream was always the guy who was trying to take over and shit. Like, I don't know, dude. I feel like he just kind of lost it. Canadian women are beautiful, but my least type of women is still Lebanese. Fair enough. I mean, we definitely to be fair, we definitely have some pretty women here in Canada, but it depends where you're at. But that's like any country, though. You can find gorgeous women in any country, right? But Thor was literally bred to be the perfect answer to the end of the universe, born of a Eldritch god and all father. He's also got rune magic, a portion of the Phoenix Force. Yeah, Hyperion is more powerful than Wanda. Damn, I don't even know who Hyperion is. I mean, they could be. And he's got an axe from a god of stories, Loki, that can bring back dead stories. He's got the Four Force and Odin Force, and stole Zeus's power and made them into a belt. That's pretty sick. Okay, controversial, right? Who would win in a fight, Thor or the God of War, Kratos? I know they fought in Ragnarok, and you guys, I don't want to spoil how that ends, but who do you guys think would win, Kratos or Thor from Marvel? Not Thor from like the actual Avengers movies, because they've kind of like nerfed him in those fucking movies. Hyperion is like Marvel's Superman. Look him up. What was his name? Hyperion? Oh yeah, dude, he looks like exactly like Oh, he's got like a nuclear fucking. So I'm assuming he uses like kind of like nuclear powers or some shit. Now he's pretty cool, man. He looks kind of like a mix of like Doctor Fate and like Superman. That's pretty cool. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's actually pretty sick. He's kind of got like Thor's shit too as well. Surprised they haven't introduced him into like the fucking MCU at all. Dude, if God of War Thor washes Kratos, then imagine what Marvel Thor will do. Yeah, that's kind of like what I was thinking, dude. Even though I wouldn't say you washed him, they're pretty fucking even, but like they did go back and forth, man. And I feel like the obviously like the God of War Thor was more like lore accurate than Thor from the Avengers, but yeah, I think honestly, I know this is gonna be controversial. I think Thor from the Marvel universe would probably beat Kratos. He punches Hulk so hard he turned back into Bruce Banner. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. He gave Hulk that fucking 1-2 and made him like fucking be like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not doing this shit. But the thing with Kratos though is the more angry he gets, the stronger he gets as well, right? Just kind of like with the Hulk. Have you noticed that EDP sometimes posts himself crying because the Eagles won Super Bowl? Yeah, I see it all the time, man. He'll write and be like, "I'm still remembering 2 months ago when the Eagles won." It's like, shut the fuck up, man. Yeah, you're crying because you know it's not going to happen for a while. Like he also keeps posting like pictures of him like thinking he looks good. Like his Instagram, he'll post a picture of him like chilling back in his seat with like this mean mug on. And he's like pretty nice night out. It's like, bro, you're in your 30s. Why the fuck are you trying to like thirst trap on Instagram? Like, fuck it, that's fucking gross. I mean, I wouldn't put him in the same league as Wanda, but yeah, he's basically the many Marvel Superman ripoffs. Yeah. I mean, I think he looks pretty cool though. I actually kind of have sympathy towards EDP when it comes to his diet. He loves to eat, but at the same time, he's a predator. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like everyone can find some sort of sympathy in EDP, but I feel like at the end of the day, you just shouldn't. Like, why the fuck should we feel? I know it's like kind of looking at like a fucking whale that's beached and just kind of being like, damn, that's depressing. But at the same time, the whale put himself on that fucking beach. Hypothetically, right? I know whales don't actually do that. But like in our scenario, he put himself on that beach. Why should we have to be the ones who are burdened to put him back in the water just for him to do it again, just for him to groom another guppy? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I feel like he can eat food all he wants. Actually, if he wants to keep eating food, by all means, keep eating food. But talking about Hyperion, he hit Hulk and turned him back into oh shit. Damn. Dude, I'm even telling you, even young Kratos would probably get slaughtered by 90% of fiction. He's a badass, don't get me wrong, but there are so many more powerful characters. Yeah, I mean, like, talking about power scaling, right? Like, Kratos, don't get me wrong, is powerful. He killed all the gods in his fucking, oh, spoiler alert, I don't fucking care. You guys should have played God of War when it came out, but he killed all the fucking gods in his universe, right? To the point where he had to go to a whole separate fucking mythology, like, a whole separate thing. He had to go to fucking, go live in the fucking seven realms. But like, yeah, I feel like there is definitely characters who could beat Kratos. Especially like if you look at his older age too, like he's pretty old now. If we take like a current Kratos, he's pretty fucking old. And I feel like Loki's probably gonna kill him. I feel like Kratos' son is probably gonna kill him in the next one. But that's just my personal opinion. Spoilers, right? Spoiler prediction, but I feel like Loki's gonna end up killing Kratos in the next God of War. Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Kratos is a G. Like, he's definitely in my top 10 most powerful characters in video game, at least. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like he's not as powerful as a lot of people try to make him sound. Well, like Thor, you have so much fucking lore with Thor about how like strong he is in the MCU and shit. Like, bro, like just take Thor from like the MCU, like the actual cinematic universe, and like he literally went toe to toe with fucking Thanos when he had like pretty much almost all the Infinity Stones. Like he actually could have beat Thanos there if he actually did go for his head. Gideon really irritates me, and nowadays he's even worse than EDP when it comes to my irritation levels. He's honestly a fraud. Yeah, I mean, like they're both him and EDP are definitely not in my good books in terms of like my feelings towards them. Obviously, EDP is a predator and Gideon isn't. I got to make that very clear before people try to paint narratives of how I feel about Gideon or my feelings towards Gideon or whatever the fuck. But yeah, Gideon definitely is someone who does deserve to be called out. The dude is a massive fraud. and I think that should be talked about. And anytime anyone criticizes him, he like makes videos about them and just ignores all. Like I've seen Gideon debate. He fucking sucks, man. Gideon's a terrible debater. Like he's fucking trash at debating. Like I watched him debate was it Cavos or whatever. He fucking sucks, man. He literally can't make an argument worth shit, but his audience will still back him up because his audience are a bunch of fucking brain dead idiots. So a bunch of kids who don't even know who they're fucking supporting. Yeah, but Hyperion is powerful enough to give Thor and Hulk trouble. But in terms of raw power, he's nothing compared to Blue Marvel or Sentry. They're the definitive Marvel Superman ripoffs. Yeah. And I was over here thinking like fucking Captain Marvel was like a Superman ripoff. I guess she kind of is though. Kratos fought Aura to death battle. Never knew Kratos was that powerful. I mean, he is fucking powerful. Don't get me wrong. Kratos should not be laughed at. Like, especially if you played the God of War games. Like, he's clearly fucking strong, right? But at the same time, if we're talking about like current Kratos, he's fucking old, dude. He's old as shit. And even like younger Kratos too, like I feel like could get fucked up by a lot of people from the Marvel universe. But you know, Kratos, I'm not saying Kratos isn't powerful. Kratos is very fucking powerful, right? But you gotta think about people from like the Marvel universe and the DC universe and shit like that, like Superman and shit. It's like it's hard to like talk about this because power scaling is so weird in like games and movies and shit. Because even though he may be powerful in his own universe, he might not be powerful in another one, right? That's why I don't really like getting too much into power scaling because it's like it's always a really weird argument to start with people because it's like technically you're both right, technically you're both wrong kind of situation. Because if we want to talk about power scaling, I could just be like, actually, One Punch Man from fucking One Punch Man comes in and one punches Kratos. It's like, well, you can't really how would we know that he actually could one punch Kratos because he's in a separate universe? And yeah, he might be able to one punch everything from his universe, but now he's in a different universe where power scaling is different. Oh, but fucking Super Saiyan fucking Goku times 16 comes in. It's like it's so tough, man. I mean, it's a cool concept to talk about, right? Like it's cool to see it on paper, like the death battles and shit, but speaking of Blue Marvel, he also KO Hulk, made him turn back into Banner. Yeah. Off topic, but any advice for breakups? Damn, dude. You want me to like get my fucking smoking pipe here, sit down? I mean breakup like it's hard because like, I feel like breakups hit you a lot harder when you're younger. I feel like getting broken up with when you're like younger after like a 6-month relationship feels just as devastating as like a 2-year relationship when you're like in your 20s. But I mean, like at the end of the day, I think the best advice you can give for like relationships or just breakups in general is just like take time. I know it's kind of corny to say, but like time does heal everything. Eventually you'll move on. Eventually you'll stop feeling certain feelings toward your, past significant other, the past relationship. It's just tough, man, because I feel like everyone deals with like um relationship issues their own way. It depends like if the breakup was bad, if the breakup was good, if you're still friends, if you're not still friends. I think the best thing to do is just go start hanging out with friends. Start trying to like fill things in your life to make up for that, I guess, because you're gonna feel empty. And I feel like that's a big thing no one really talks about when it comes to relationship. You are losing kind of a part of yourself. So I think a good way is just kind of fill that, not by like having random hookups with people. I think that's the stupidest way is to just go like hook up with people and try to fill it that way. But just like go find friends. Get involved in books. I feel like books. I know again it's corny as fuck, but I feel like books are a good way to kind of escape. For me, it was like video games and shit like that. But it's definitely one of those things that does not get easier as you get older, compared to some other things in life that get easier. But I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, the best thing to do is just keep yourself distracted, do some other shit. Don't make rash decisions like getting back together just because you miss them. You see that all the time where couples break up and they get back together and they break up and they get back together and they feel like they're happy. But I feel like at the end of the day, that ends up fucking you up more long term. So it's just, I think the best thing you can do is just separate yourself, give yourself time, start filling that void up with friends or other hobbies. I feel like that's probably the best probably advice I can give. I don't know. I'm not really good at giving out relationship advice compared to some other advice I can give out, but especially when they've been like long. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like the longer the relationship, obviously, the more it's gonna hit you, unless you're like young, like I said, where like a 6-month relationship can hit just as hard. But it's just one of those things where you just gotta move on. I feel like the best advice from that standpoint is not good advice, but it's one of those things where it's like you just kind of have to not make dumb decisions afterwards. I think that's what fucks up people most is them calling the person back or trying to fill that void with another girl or another boy or another hookup. When it's like at the end of the day, just take time to heal. Really start understanding yourself. I think that's probably the best thing, is just kind of understand yourself and where you stand after it, you know? Kind of like Hulk is powerful in Marvel, but put him against Brawly from, yeah, exactly. Like he'll be destroyed. Exactly. Like it's so hard, man. Battle scale, it is one of those things, man. 3 years. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. It's tough. I wish Tyson from Master at Work was going to be interviewed in this documentary, and Matt Simon. I mean, they might be. I heard that Tyson, I think, does get interviewed. I'm not 100% on that, but I think Tyson does get interviewed, and I hope Matt Simon gets interviewed. Even though I don't necessarily agree with what he was doing during that time, and I've made that very publicly known. Even Matt knows that personally, that I didn't really agree with that. But I don't think that doesn't give him the right to say his piece. And I think it would be interesting to see Matt Simon's point of view about EDP, being someone who was taking it kind of in the physical world. So, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I think they both deserve I think they both deserve their plate when it comes to this documentary. But try being a divorced, bitter, stoic 34-year-old. Crap I told on myself. Yeah, I mean, like that's just the thing. Like you can tell yourself all you want, but it's one of those things where it's like you just kind of have to understand yourself from like an actual spiritual level and just try to like realize. I feel like breakups and stuff like that is the best way for you to understand yourself better. I know it sucks, right? Like feelings suck, man. It really does, especially when you think you're with someone you absolutely love and it just unfortunately just doesn't work out. It's tough, man. It really is. It really is. It's a kick in the balls, or the girl balls, I guess. Like for example, Lobo, Squirrel Girl, or One Punch Man. I think they narratively cannot be beaten, and they beat everybody in a comedic way. Yeah, exactly. Or like throw Deadpool in there against like fucking, like I don't fucking know, like Superman or something. It's like obviously Superman's probably gonna win on a physical level, but Deadpool literally can't die. So it's like, and then also Superman has his own things, right? Books are a good way to cope and heal. Yeah, like that's honestly like what I would say is like pick up a good book, watch a good TV show. I feel like a lot of people get like involved in TV shows when they're going through a really messy breakup. Like I said, I think hanging out with friends is a really good way as well. Kind of filled that gap with friendship. I think that's important. And then at some point you will be ready to date again or move on again. And that's really the only advice I can really give on the matter. Frank Robert posted a video called Edp445 response to being exposed, but way more ominous than tagged you in it. Wait, really? When did that just happen, or was this from a little while ago? Working out is the best thing, rejection and heartbreak. I mean, yes, some people some people kind of fill that void with like working out or like I said, it's kind of like self-improvement, right? Like you're obviously going to be depressed. I don't know many people who aren't going to be depressed after a breakup, right? That's kind of something we all commonly share as humans is, feeling depressed or feeling unmotivated. But a lot of people just go hit the gym. A lot of people start eating healthier. A lot of people go on walks. I think getting in tune with nature too is a really good idea. Go on some hikes, go for a bike ride. You know what I mean? I feel like forcing yourself to do stuff is really healthy in a situation like that because you're just going to get back into a normal, thing and realize just because this didn't work out doesn't mean the world's over. I think that's what a lot of people feel when they get into breakups is like the world's over, it's ending, I'm never going to find anyone ever again. But then you realize that, hey man, like just move the fuck on. Sometimes you just got to move the fuck on. And I think, getting in tune with nature, working out, therapy also. I mean, yeah, some people go to counseling, some people go to therapy. I mean, again, it's hard to give advice because I feel like advice is like one of those things where it's like everyone's going to be a little bit different, right? So you got to kind of be as broad as you can in certain situations. Like, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of people don't want broadness, right? You want answers, but I don't know. I'm not like a fucking psychiatrist, so I'm just kind of giving off based on like my personal experience. I think that's the best thing you can do in to give advice is just give based on your personal experience. Like for me, getting into Gundam was good, right? Getting into puzzles, Gundam, building little miniature robots, hanging out with your friends. Some people go to alcohol, which I wouldn't recommend, but some people do that, right? I'm 25 and I still ain't had my first girlfriend yet, lol. I just need to work on myself. Yeah, and the thing is though, at that age, you don't need a girlfriend. I feel like a lot of people say to be happy in life, you need a girlfriend. It's really up to you. I mean, I know lots of people who are in their 30s, 40s who have never had a girlfriend and are just like living their best life. It's just one of those things. And I'm just going to be completely honest. Hulk would destroy Brawly, but I do think Brawly would give him a good fight. Play death battle reasoning for how Brawly would win his brain dead. Yeah, I mean, again, it's a hard argument to get into because doesn't Matt Simon hate Mike? I don't think he hates him. I don't know. I don't really know the impressions they had on each other. I was just covering the drama at the time, and I assumed it was all good. And then they were gonna, after I made my videos, Matt, uh, Mike Plum reached out to Matt again, and I think they were gonna do an interview again, and then it got fucked up again. There was some miscommunication happening on Mike's like manager or some shit, and I think they ended off on bad terms. But Mike seems like he's a decent dude. Matt seems like he's a decent dude. I really hope they did kind of make up and just decide to do this interview. Cause like I said, I think Matt, even though I don't agree with him a lot of the times, I think he still deserves to be in this documentary 100%. So, and I'll literally die on that hill. I think Matt does have a spot on it, but that's just my personal opinion. And I hope Mike does put him on because I think Matt could have some interesting stuff to say, especially comic book Hulk. And gets really wicked if you want to talk about current day Hulk. Current day Hulk would probably solo 90% of fiction. It's bad when Lucifer is pissed, scared of him. If we're talking about modern day Hulk, I'm assuming you mean by like the comic books, because I know you're definitely not talking about the MCU Hulk, because the MCU Hulk is like the fucking most shit he's ever been. They say EDP should get help, but he has 5 years and had so many chances to get help. Even acknowledges that help exists, but he simply doesn't want it. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like that's what a lot of people go with, and I don't hate those people for saying that, like thinking that EDP should go get help. Problem is, though, you got to think about when it comes to like second chances. Like EDP had a second chance when he was going to go meet up with Sophie, right? It was like an hour and 20-minute drive or something, which is fucking insane. So that hour and 20-minute drive, he had the entire drive to think about what he's doing, and he still went through, right? Then the thing happened, and he had another second chance to go back to the internet and apologize and explain himself and maybe say how he's going to go get help. But instead, he made a video shit talking Cole Raven and Czech Goldstein, all these guys. Then his channel got terminated, and that was his next chance to go get help, right? A next wake up call. He didn't. He stayed on the internet. Then instead of again making an apology video or admitting to what he did, he made some AI bullshit Obama fucking interview where he was just bullshitting evidence. It was clearly fucking photoshopped. He was explaining how he was set up, and it was all just a big setup. That was his next chance. He didn't. The Kayla stuff happened. He had another chance there. He still groomed Kayla, knowing she was 15 years old and trying to get her to come meet up with him. That was another chance he fucked up. Like, dude, the guy has had too many fucking second chances, man. Too many. He's had way too many second chances. Also, since he's out here buying PS5s and video games, he can afford therapy. He simply doesn't want to help to change. He's just scum. I mean, you can get free therapy too. You can reach out to people. Like, even though it might not be good therapy, there's resources out there for him. He just doesn't. He lied and said he was getting therapy, which is fucking bullshit. He literally said in his apology video that he was going and getting the proper help. No, he fucking isn't. No, he isn't. If he was, such a fucking liar, bro. He's such a... Frank Robert posted it 2 minutes ago. Wait, really? Hold on. Let's check this out. Hold on. And he shouted me out. That's fucking insane, dude. One second, chat. 1 second. Hold on. Let me catch up on some stuff here while it's loading. Fitness, prayer, talking to God, books, meditation, screenwriting in the past helped me a lot. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like all those are really good ways to deal with a breakup or just like life in general, man. It doesn't even have to be a breakup for you to like want to do some extracurriculars and stuff. Journaling too. Yeah, I know people who like make poetry and shit. It's not gay. Like that's the thing. A lot of people problem with like the men ideology is like it seems like men can't have emotions, which is like it's not true, right? I feel like if you want to do poetry, if you want to write in a journal, fucking by all means. Right? I feel like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're a male, a female, whatever the fuck, non-binary, it doesn't matter. I feel like at the end of the day, you should have mechanisms to just keep yourself healthy. How, like, in what world is being healthy considered like gay or like non-masculine? That's the stuff that pisses me off. I feel like if you want to write in a book, by all means. If you want to fucking meditate, if you want to do yoga, if you want to go to a fucking yoga building, by all means, right? I feel like, there should be no limitations to taking care of your own mental health. That's why, like, I got to give it up to video games, man. The thing about video games is if video games never existed, I don't know where I would be, dude. Like, I know that sounds kind of like cringe, but I feel like, kind of like how women are like, or men or whoever the fuck are like this song saved my life. Taylor Swift saved my life, right? But it's like I feel like video games do genuinely have like such a massive impact on just my life. Like not only is it just a topic conversation that I get along with people, like video games and TV shows and shit, but I feel like I don't even know what I would do, man. But to be fair, you don't have a soul like Centrios, and you have enough power to take the Ghost Rider. He essentially has Jack on you at that point. Yeah, fair enough. What was Pluvius' first heartbreak light? Damn, dude. Probably junior high. I think I had my first girlfriend. We dated for like 6 months or something like that. Not gonna lie, guys. I know this is like gonna be weird, but I was a bit of a player back in fucking junior high, bro. It's like bit of a player, but hey, man, shit happened. I moved on, and it is what it is. I don't know why my YouTube's taking forever to fucking load. I definitely have gone better. Like when you type in Robert, the first thing that comes in is Robert Patterson. Shout out to fucking Twilight Bros. Anyways, I gotta catch up on chat. I'm so bad at this, man. And if you don't know who Sentius is, I wouldn't blame you, but he was the first Ghost Rider villain. Yeah, I didn't know who that was, so. The thing is, though, if you want to put Superman against anybody, like say Goku, for example, we wouldn't know how that fight would turn out. Goku would probably fight dirty and use kryptonite and stop pulling back. Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like everyone kind of has their own cripes. With his income, he's allowed free therapy. Yeah, exactly. Like dude, I feel like he's allowed therapy because he also has kidney failure, right? Don't therapy get included in his like kidney therapy treatment or whatever, or kidney treatment? Or am I just stupid? Is that just not a thing in America? Honestly, I wish the first thing was conducted properly and EDP went to jail. That real 15-year-old would have never been traumatized. Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of I feel like when we look back at the EDP stuff, I feel like a lot of stuff fucking went wrong to be in the position he is in today. And I think at the end of the day, he just got super fucking lucky. I think like EDP just got like super lucky, because he should have been arrested after that first thing. They should have had the cops already called, right? They should have, but you guys realize Czech Goldstein did not give a shit, at least at the time. I know he's probably a little bit better now, but at the time he did not give a fucking shit about he wanted to monetize it as much as he can because that was like the biggest sting we've seen in a long time. So sucks, man. They did really good work like catching him and then they fucking like entrapped him and shit like that. Like the 988 hotline. Yeah, I mean like that's the thing. There's always been help, man. Like that's the thing, man. But basically, long story short is what I'm saying. Power scaling doesn't really mean anything when it comes to death battling, but it's useful to measure how powerful a character is. Yeah, like I get that. I get that. It's just such an interesting concept from like just an argument standpoint because it's hard to understand power scaling when it comes to different universes, right? Like people say, "Oh, All Might's powerful. Imagine All Might versus Superman." But it's like, okay, but that's hard to understand, right? And if he worked at Victoria's Secret, he could get free therapy too. Yeah, I don't think he does though. Imagine walking into Victoria's Secret and you have EDP being like, "Yeah, yeah, let me help your daughter try on her first bras." Like, oh god, fucking, fucking call the cops. EDP knows Victoria's Secret, and her secret is that she's fucking underage. Jesus Christ. Women love when men have emotional or show them, but I think men just have to be careful what type of women they do that to because many of us will use it against them, but not all. I mean, yeah, again, this is just one of those things where it depends on the woman, right? I've met lots of girls who are super compassionate, considerate, will always be there to listen to you talk about life and shit like that. And some women out there are like, shut the fuck up. Like, it really depends. And I feel like, there are lots of men out there, or some men who hate women, and there's some women out there who absolutely hate men, but I'm in the concept where I'm not going to hate you based on your gender. I'm going to hate you based on the kind of person you are. End of story. But yeah, I definitely ain't getting a woman of my standards anytime soon. A lot of self-improvement to do first. God's timing, not mine. Yeah, exactly. I feel like, a lot of people are in such a rush to get into a relationship when it's like at the end of the day, get into a relationship when you're ready, right? Like you can't be in a relationship if you don't improve yourself first, right? And that's why I feel like a lot of relationships don't work out, because not because you guys aren't compatible, it's because you guys weren't ready for each other yet. My bad. I don't mean to ruin the mood. No, man, it's all good. Like that's what these streams are for. Is just for us to chat, man. Like that's the thing. Is just to hang out, talk. Like it's fine. People can bring up whatever as long as it's not like massively trauma dumping to the point where like we're all going to be depressed for the next fucking 2 hours. But if you want to bring up self improvement and shit, we love to see it. Eventually, Centrius is a immortal wizard without a soul, and he planned to make Johnny Blaze life a living hell. He's actually very interesting as a villain. Yeah, I'll have to check him out, man. Like I said, I've been like kind of into comic books lately again, so I've been reading some comic books. Don't tell me EDP got paid for the doc. Probably. I mean, I feel like that's kind of like just a given thing at this point. Is I don't know if he got paid for the doc. I know he got his shit paid for. I know he pretty much got his stuff paid for like that whatever month or whatever they're filming. So he pretty much got like food, I think living expenses, stuff like that to do the documentary. So yeah, I trust me, I don't really agree with it either, but we can't really complain about it now. And yeah, like trust me, that was one of the things I did bring up when I initially talked about the documentary. It's one of my big complaints was that like, bruh, like it seems kind of weird when you pay the predator or whatever. But Anushi, what's up? How's it going? I used to use video games as an escape, but now I only play my PS5 like once a month. Had a lot of life aspects to improve on. Yeah, I mean, like I don't really play video games to escape nowadays. I just kind of play video games just because they're fun. Like I don't really treat video games these days as like an escape. It's just kind of like just to play, just to like have fun, I guess. Because my life isn't that terrible, I guess. I don't mind what I do, and I think whatever. I mean, I understand why a lot of people use video games to escape because life can be shitty sometimes. But yeah, I play my Xbox probably like every day, probably at least once. I usually hop into some game. Like right now, Expedition 33 has been just controlling my life lately. So Expedition 33, and I'm replaying Persona 4 again on the PS Vita. I recently got a PS Vita again. I had one like a long time ago when I was working night shifts, and I stopped working night shifts, so I just kind of got rid of it because I was like, I don't fucking need this. And I ended up getting a Switch, and then I ended up getting rid of the Switch because again, I stopped doing night shifts. And recently, I got another PS Vita. So I've been kind of like playing through Persona 4. I'm almost done Persona 4, and then I'm playing through Expedition 33 right now. So yeah, dude, gaming's been fucking good lately, bros. My internet is pretty bad right now. Didn't want to hop in unless I saw I'd have a bit of service for longer than a few seconds. It's all good, man. I usually leave. Like lately, I've been leaving these streams up. So for anyone who like misses these streams, I guess if you're in chat, obviously you're not missing the stream. But anyone who misses the streams, it's always going to be up in my live tab. Did you like Yu Yu Hakusho growing up? I did not. I don't even know what that is. I'm assuming it's like some sort of anime. Red pill content is often horrible towards women. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, man. Is I feel like if you consume and you agree with red pill content, you obviously have a very like narrow mind of the world, because no matter what your concept is, if it, like let's say you like absolutely despise a certain race of people, it's like you're just so like one-sided minded, because it's like you can just like you should not like people based on their personality or them as a person. If you hate an entire group of people, you clearly don't understand the world, right? Just like how I've met some pretty shitty women in my life. Does that mean I hate women in general? No, right? And I think that's unfair for you to hate every woman. I know some women who have met some really shitty men in their life and they don't hate men. But I also know a lot of people who have met shitty either or and they hate them just because of that. Hendo, this gen is cooked because of red pill. It's just fucking stupid, bro. It's just so stupid. It's like, oh yeah, I watched Andrew Tate say women are bad and they're lesser creatures because so and so. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Do you know what makes a man, in my personal opinion? Someone who has a wife, a kid, a happy family, who would do anything for their children. When I see a guy out in the street save someone or donate to a homeless person, I'm like, that's a man. Right? That's what, in my personal opinion, that's what makes a man. Someone who would be willing to sacrifice themselves for their loved ones, or go the extra mile to. When I see a single father working 12 hours a day to support their only child and is trying to make shit work, that is a man. When I see a woman working extra shifts to support their kids or to, make it through life or go to school to get the job they want, that is a woman. You know what I mean? Like they're providers. They both equally provide. But anyways, that's just my take. Hey, Plebeius just joined. Can you give me a TDL or TLDR on what's going on? Well, essentially, right this second, we're kind of talking about relationship shit because this has turned into a therapy session for some reason. But if we're talking about like the documentary and stuff, pretty much we're just doing some predictions about what's going on in the documentary because I'm pretty sure Mike Klum's going to be posting a update tomorrow. So we're kind of just going over some stuff that we're wanting to see in that documentary being posted, and like tomorrow specifically, what's going to be brought up. Like we're talking about when we think it's going to be done, who do we think is going to be in it, when the release date is, stuff like that. So that's a little bit of a catch up on what we're doing, but it's kind of gotten a little bit sidetracked in the last couple messages. Also, I decided to read Hellboy comics. They're actually pretty interesting. Yeah, I remember enjoying the Hellboy movies, but yeah, the books I heard are pretty good too. EDP definitely got paid because what do you mean? He bought a 100K Mercedes Benz. Did he? Did he buy a 100K Mercedes Benz? Because as far as I'm concerned, he's been like buying like a bunch of shit, like video games and stuff. But yeah, he's obviously doing really well for himself right now, and I think that's a big reason because of his cameo. But I don't know if he got like paid to be in the documentary or if he got paid to for his expenses of being in the documentary. I'm not sure. That's something we got to ask Mike himself. So I have the video of Edp445 response to being exposed, but way more ominous. Do you actually? Oh, Frank Robert. Yeah, I saw you just posted the video. If you're the same Frank Robert, of course. People in my chat were saying that you posted a video recently about EDP. So well, I still have to like look that up. If you're the same Frank Robert. Oh yeah, I see it. EDP. Yeah, you posted a short. I mean, as far as relationship advice goes, I'm just winging this, dude. I mean, fair enough. Sometimes you don't need a plan. Sometimes you just wing that shit. Also, I watched the new Devil May Cry after hearing the Afterlife music video. The villain in the show, the White Rabbit, is probably the most refreshing villains I've seen in a while. Yeah, I haven't really seen that show yet, which is weird because I'm like a pretty big fan of Devil May Cry. I think his villainy is justified. Yeah, I mean, didn't they twist it to make it seem like the people invading the devils are like the bad guys or some shit? I know there was like a lot of controversy. Have you ever heard of pink pill for women? And also, have you ever heard of the black pill? It's depressing. Look them up. You. Now, I haven't heard of the pink pill. I've only ever really heard of like the red pill, blue pill bullshit. What was it called? The black pill? Hold on. Is this gonna come up with some sort of like fucking Viagra site or some shit? Misogyny, incels, and male supremacy. Red pill to black pill. All right, so it's a whole ass fucking rabbit hole. I found my partner when I wasn't looking for one. It just happened when we met and clicked. Being overly desperate can make others back up. I mean, like, yeah, I feel like just getting into a relationship really depends on how you conduct yourself. I feel like if you find someone you really like, it's hard to contain your personality. I find like you're obviously going to be doing some weird shit, right? Like what do kids call it nowadays? Like dropping the ball or like dropping it or some shit. But yeah, sometimes you just meet someone and you just like are really connected. You know what I mean? That could just be on a friendship level, or it could be more of a difference, right? That was always such a stupid concept to me. Why are you going to choose a bad man and then say all men are bad for what one man did, or vice versa? Like, yeah, I mean, like, I feel like you guys are knowledgeable enough to know like how stupid of a concept that is. That just because you had one bad experience with something, you automatically judge it entirely. And I feel like that's just because a lot of people are just super emotional. So when they deal with a certain situation, they're like, "Oh, fuck all men," or "fuck all women," or "fuck this," or "fuck that." And it's just like it comes off as just being super low IQ because it's like, why are you judging an entire group of people just because you had one bad experience? And that doesn't make your bad experience irrelevant. Obviously, I feel like, if you had a bad experience, that should be remembered, I guess, to a certain extent. But I feel like it's just so goofy. Just because you had one bad relationship doesn't mean all women are bad. You know what I mean? Or all men are bad. Or you've been cheated on. Don't just assume all men are going to cheat on you. If the trailer isn't out tomorrow, I'll be shocked. Yeah, I guess we'll see. I feel like that's another thing I haven't brought up yet. There is a possibility that the trailer will drop tomorrow. And I'm saying a possibility because I want to get you guys' hype up. But there is a chance that tomorrow the EDP documentary trailer will come out. I don't know. Maybe. I guess we'll see. Because if it does, then we're doing a reaction video tomorrow, guys. On God. On God. I don't care if I'm busy tomorrow. We're doing a reaction video. Don't get me wrong, some red pillars state facts. Like, if all you do is sit at home and eat chips, you won't attract high quality women. But it's like, no shit, dude. I mean, I feel like that's just not like, I feel like that's just like a general statement. If you're not like outgoing, or you have a job, or you're like got aspirations in life, you're probably not going to attract some like women that have high aspirations, right? Like, I don't like the high quality word. I think that shit's so stupid. Like, high quality men, high quality women. At the end of the day, it's just being a good human. Like, I feel like if you're just lazy and you smoke dope all day and you just like sit at home and you just play Madden fucking all day and you have no aspirations and you're living off the government funds and you're just like eating chips all day, yeah, it's probably gonna be hard for you to find a woman who would be considered of higher, potential, I guess, in terms of like their aspirations and what they want to do, right? You might attract some women who are like you, which isn't a good thing. I feel like in a relationship, you want to find someone who's better than you in certain aspects, right? Because you want them to better you as well, I guess, to a certain extent. But my thing with the choosing a bad man thing is because they don't appear bad at first. They're kind, loving, passionate, and then when she falls into dependency, he turns. I mean, that's just called love bombing, right? I feel like that's not just gender specific. I feel like anybody can love bomb. I know some women who act all nice and not crazy, and as soon as they get into a relationship with someone, they start freaking the fuck out and start really showing their true colors. But that does happen. Don't get me wrong. I do think that does happen. Some people are like mentally manipulative like that, but uh, this red pill guy named Myron says open relationships are fine on his end, but not his girlfriend's. Yeah, I mean, like that. Pretty much the whole red pill, blue pill shit is that these guys want to be fuck boys and they want to be in their 30s being fuck boys, which is so fucking embarrassing. Like, teenager fuck boys, still embarrassing, but like they're young. That's kind of what they fucking, they're stupid. But when you're like plus 30 years old and you're like into this like fucking like active hookup like concept or whatever, it's just fucking embarrassing, dude. Like, it really is. Like, those guys who are like, yeah, I hook up with 8 girls in one night. It's like, that's fucking gross, first of all. Second of all, what the fuck? Like, do you think that's cool? Maybe to like the 14-year-old kids who are watching this shit. Do you Street Fighter X Tekken? Do you like Street Fighter X Tekken? I like Street Fighter, man. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm a pretty big fan of like fighter games, like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, shit like that. I'm not going to spoil it, but if you're a Devil May Cry fan, there's some stuff you're going to like. But I'm telling you, the White Rabbit, it was the best thing in that show. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not the biggest Devil May Cry fan. I played Devil May Cry 3 and I think 1, or whatever. But I mean, maybe I'll watch this show. I don't know. I'm still like catching up on some shows and shit like that. Black pill means you're emo and giving up hope, essentially. So it's pretty much like the asexual of the pills. Like, you're just black pill equals incel shit. Oh, so it's like incel shit. Do you watch Darman? I've definitely seen Darman. I don't like actively watch him. Right? Man's racist, lives to regret it, and shit like that. I don't know. I feel like Darman is just one of those guys who just like got pretty much made fun of by the entire internet. But I mean, like, he's still posting videos. I know there was like a fucking a strike that happened like a while ago, but I feel like the problem with Darman videos is they're just messaging is so fucking cliche, and they do it in probably the worst way possible. It's like the cringiest way, right? And obviously, I don't agree with the kids being bullied in those shows, but uh, yeah, I used to play Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom 3, the one with Doctor Doom, because obviously that was the only reason I played the game. And you know me, but that was my first experience to Dante. Yeah, no, Dante's fucking badass. Yeah, man, I feel like it's funny you bring that up because I'm playing like recently. I played on my Vita Capcom versus Marvel, which is pretty fucking sick. But I think a big reason why I played like Marvel superheroes when Marvel superheroes came out, like the Lego Marvel superheroes, was because you could play as Deadpool. And I remember grinding that game every time I came home from school on the PlayStation 3. I literally was grinding that game just to get Deadpool. And the way you get Deadpool is by collecting these little like red bricks on certain missions and stuff. But yeah, I can totally understand the idea of like playing a game just because of certain characters in it. I'm Black Pill for real. Yeah, that game got me to play Devil May Cry 5, and I really want to play the other games too. For me personally, I'm more of a Virgil fan. I think Virgil has aura. He definitely fucking does, dude. Yeah, Dante's sick. Virgil's pretty sick. Fuck, who's that dude with like the cowboy hat? That guy's or the chick from Devil May Cry or fucking whatever 5. Eat hot chips in game. Yeah, dude. Who's that one guy? The fucking what was his name? Devarius or some shit. Where he's like, Devarius, what's the code of the month? He's like, stay gaming, bro. Stay gaming. You don't need no girl. Just stay in gaming. Also, nice guys don't finish last. Pushovers do. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, the whole idea of like nice guy finish last. I feel like you're just going after the wrong girls. Obviously, there's some girls out there who like the more like bad boys, I guess, or the boys who are like got criminal records and shit because they're fun, right? Like that's why girls want them. They want the drama. I feel like some girls want that fucking drama. Like I know some girls out there who date a guy who cheats and then they're like, "Oh my god, he cheated on me." Doesn't justify the cheating, but it's like, dude, you knew that he was going to cheat on you, right? And then you guys are still dating because you want the drama. You like the drama, right? Like you've been cheated on 4 times now by 4 different dudes. Maybe realize that you should just go after different dudes. And it's not like it was a hidden thing. It's not like a love bombing scenario. Everyone fucking knew that that dude was cheating. And yet you still dated him. And then you play the victim, which I guess you are from a certain aspect of life. But like, you know what I mean? Like, just get the fuck out of those. Like, go after the dudes who are just chill. I don't know, dude. Definitely not gender specific. Male victims are grossly underreported and villainized. Yeah, I mean, think about a scenario where you're being abused by a girl. It's like you hit back, you're gonna go to jail, right? You bring it up, you're probably gonna go to jail. It sucks, man. You bring it up and you're gonna get made fun of because this girl's abusing you. But if you fight back, girls have the power of being a girl. That's kind of the issue. That's the big gender difference between males and females. Is it seems like women in society get treated a lot different than men, and it's not always a good thing, and it's not always a bad thing. But the thing is, though, it's like in like cases of like legal reasons, like I feel like women abusers don't ever get fucking put to jail. And I feel like if a man ever did stand up for himself in a relationship like that, he would be the one going to jail, which is so fucking unfair. I feel like justice should not be gender specific. If you're a shitty person, you need to be you need to be you need to be jailed, right? You need to deal with the consequences of being a shitty person. But then, you know, you look at pedophiles too. I feel like male pedophiles get treated like shit, which is, to be fair, yes. But I feel like when a female pedophile comes out, if they're pretty, they get treated so much different. They get lesser sentences. They don't get treated as harshly. Men actually thirst over them and come up with these statements like saying, oh, where was she when I was in school? Where was she when I was 14 years old? Yet when a man comes out and they're a pedophile, it seems like even if they're attractive, they're still going to get shit on, which is good. That's how it should be. But like, I feel like females just kind of get away with that. And at the same time, I feel like men get away with certain things that a woman can't either. So it's like, it's such a hard thing to talk about, man. Cause it's like, I don't know, there's such a divide and there really shouldn't be, but I don't get it, bro. Is one woman or man not good enough for you? Why do people have to sleep around? Cause they're fucking, because they have the fucking high school mentality, bro. They never grow up. They're like, oh, hookup culture is still popular. Let me just keep hooking up with different women every day and acting like it's an achievement. Like fucking so pathetic. I used to like Steph is Cold a lot, but I don't agree with his messages anymore. Yeah. Will you be buying GTA 6? Probably. I'll probably buy GTA 6. It depends how much it is. If it's gonna be like fucking uberly expensive, I'll probably wait. But yeah, obviously like GTA 5 was a fucking historical game. So if it ever comes out, I feel like, you know, it might not ever come out. It's fucking been like what, almost over a year and a half since we got trailer 1. So you cover Ash Trevion, Ash Trevino. Hold on. Ash Trevino. Stephanie, what is going on with Ashley Trevino? Who the fuck? Ashley? What the fuck? I saw one of your subscribers ask you that question, but you really missed out if you didn't see Yu Yu Hashiko. I have not. What is Yu Yu? Is it an anime? That is not how you spell that. Yu Yu Hakikishio. Oh, it's like Netflix. But they did a live action? Okay, so it is an anime, but they did like a live action. It's a Chinese anime? What the fuck? Oh, it's like an old school. It's like old school. Or is it meant to look old school? Honestly, think Virgil is better than Dante, but I kind of Like the fact that despite being twins, they're completely opposite. Yeah, I know. I thought that was pretty cool. Vigil's the fucking emo guy, right? Who has that fucking Raven? And I was so pissed when the sequels to Marvel vs. Capcom didn't include Doctor Doom. Imagine my disappointed. I know, but at least you got one with him, right? Foolishness, Dante, foolishness. I don't know why, but Virgil has aura. I mean, we all know why Virgil has aura, bro, because he's Virgil, bro. I'm surprised they never made a video games with real life reactions, like you get shot in COD or Fortnite and scream like you really got shot. I'm sure there's shows like that. I'm like Corridor TV does some stuff like that where they do like video games into real life. Like I think they did like Minecraft or something. Yeah, I figured out very quickly that this is the case. Like I said in one of the streams, some girl thought it was funny to rub her ass on my lap in high school and barely face the punishments. Yeah, it just I don't know, man. Like it just sucks like not getting taken seriously on very serious matters that if a girl brought it up, they would get taken very seriously. Um I don't know, I think like as a society, we need to like bridge that gap a little bit better. I know we never will because there's always been kind of that idea that women and men are kind of treated different as in society. And again, sometimes it's negative, sometimes it's positive, but I think like the whole concept of believe all women too is fucking retarded. Don't believe all women, just like you don't believe all men. Believe evidence, right? You can support all women, you can support all men, but believe evidence, right? And I feel like that's a big thing. Is if a woman comes to you and says that something happened to her, console her, treat her like it actually happened. But that doesn't mean go harass or go attack the person who she's accusing because that's just fucking brain dead. In a perfect world, sure, right? But in a perfect world, no one's going to be getting sexually assaulted in the first place. People lie. But yeah, it sucks, man, how sometimes like as a man you report something or you want to be taken seriously and it feels like no one's doing it, man. It sucks. And if you react and stand up for yourself, they say you're a narcissist or you're so weak for talking to women like that. When that's how you would react to anybody. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. That's why, like, no matter what, like, if my friends come to me, man or girl or boy or girl, whatever the fuck, I listen to what they have to say because I think like people's mental health is super fucking important, especially when they're like going through some shitty time. Also, people who call people a narcissist generally don't know what that is. They really don't. Yeah, you're talking about your own feelings, you fucking narcissist. Well, you're bringing up your own feelings for once and actually opening up to someone. Fuck you, you narcissist. Get the fuck out of here. With the whole nice guy versus bad boy thing, the problem with nice guys isn't that they were too nice. It's that they weren't good looking. And with bad boys, it's their looks. I mean, like, you could say that, but I feel like I know lots of nice dudes who are very good looking dudes who get girls and some of them don't, right? But I think it is genuinely like a concept because you can't like generally define someone based on how nice they are. Like, there's probably tons of ugly looking dudes who do bad shit. There's probably tons of good looking dudes who do bad shit. Like, who fucking knows, right? I don't know per capita of the looks of people who do shit. I think it's more of a lifestyle. I think girls are more attracted to the lifestyle of certain people. It doesn't even necessarily have to be their looks. It's just their lifestyle. Like if they're raised in a very strict household, they may want to get with a dude who's a lot more freeing, who's a lot more, rebellious, right? Like, it doesn't necessarily have to do with their looks. I mean, like, that'd be fine with that. But if you're already relationship, like one pecker and one hole should be enough. Like, nobody cheating for real, for real. I mean, that's how a lot of people think. I mean, some people want to be in open relationship, which I don't agree with. I think that can only cause issues. But people want to be in open relationships. Go ahead. I just don't really see the appeal of them, and nor do I think people are really open to that kind of shit. Now, I know Destiny was like a big person who was saying like, "Oh, you should try open relationships," and my wife will always come back to me, and then she ended up leaving him. Right? It's just one of those things where you think you're good, and then your wife finds someone who's better. Right? And I think that's the idea. And it's not even being like insecure. It's just one of those things where I feel like one woman or one man should do it for you. Right? I think that's how it should be. Right? One woman or one man should do it for you. And if they don't, then I don't think you love them. GTA 6 is coming out, is one of the most anticipated games in the world. It definitely is coming out and is going to break records. I mean, it's coming out. I just don't know if it's going to be this year because we fucking have heard nothing, right? And I don't want to be the one to say that because it seems like Rockstar does know what they're doing, hopefully. But I mean, like, I feel like this is just a game that's just never gonna like. I'm just sitting here being like, dude, I feel like the game should have came out already a year ago. But it's like, holy fuck, I don't know, man. Like, it's definitely coming out, but just like my hype for it has kind of gone down, even though I know the game's probably going to be a banger. Like, I apologize to Expedition 33. As much of a masterpiece as that game is, GTA is probably going to win Game of the Year. I think we already know that. Right? Unless they like royally fuck it up, which I don't know how they would, because Rockstar has yet to kind of disappoint me in terms of a video game. Obviously, like the fucking remasters were shit, but I don't know. Hopefully, it comes out. Oh yeah, Yu Hakusho is one of the best animes ever. Watch the anime first. Spirit Gun. Love Kia and Kubara. I'll have to check it out. I have it in my tab, so if I'm looking for another anime, I'll look at it. New Virgil is the guy with the slicked back hair. Dante is the one with the e-boy hair. But to be fair, Virgil is the exact same haircut, and he just slicks it back. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to offend, bro. I wish just saying people don't know what a narcissist is. Yeah, I mean, like, no, I agree with you. I wasn't offended. I was just agreeing with you. I feel like you bring up anything and people like call you a narcissist or some shit. What are your thoughts on how people that have pedophilia in their family, like they were born because of pedophilia relationships, also having a pedophile in your family is a tough thing to go through? I mean, yeah, obviously, like if you find out your parents are pedophiles or your sibling is a pedophile, obviously that sucks, man. Like, I don't know if it's like a genetics thing though, but yeah, it definitely is tough, man. It definitely is tough, like having to same with like not just pedophilia, but like any sort of like criminal in your family. It definitely is hard because it's like I mean, like I feel like personally, if I found out someone in my family was like doing stuff with kids, I would probably cut them off. Like I don't fuck with that. And I know like family's good and all that, but like especially if you found out you were like sexually abused as a kid by your family, like that, dude, that's fucking heartbreaking, bro. Have you seen EDP call out Oompaville? I did. I saw that a long time ago. Subplibius, what up, Doug? What up? What up? I mean, I'm just saying, if you're married, you literally become one in the eyes of God, and you are sleeping around. That concept will never be understood. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like no one. I feel like some people just don't care about that. I guess because I feel like I'm into like monogamy relationships, like just straight up normal monogamy relationships. But I mean, like, I'm not against people being in open relationships. If you want to be in an open relationship, go ahead. Right? It's not affecting me, but I just feel like I just don't get it. I feel like I just don't understand it, I guess. He has to get called out in public at least 3 times a week, right? How is there only one video of him being confronted and run up on? I think he's just like I feel like he's kind of careful in public. I feel like he only goes at certain hours of the day to like go get groceries. He has been seen before in like gas station or like fast food places and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. That's actually a good concept to bring up. I don't know how there isn't more videos of him being harassed in public. I don't know. It'll take quite a bit of space on the systems too. GTA 6, that is. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure it's going to be a huge game. I mean, the last GTA was fucking huge, and like the remakes, not the remakes, but like the upgrade versions for like the newer consoles, I think it's like 140 gigabytes or something. So I feel like this next GTA is probably going to be like probably close to 300, which is going to be fucking insane. What annoys me is that GTA won't be released on PC at launch. I don't want to make double I console just to buy a game. Yeah, I mean, Rockstar's known for doing that though. Rockstar's known for like releasing it on consoles and then maybe eventually releasing it on PC. But same with the online. I don't think they're gonna release an online with it. Did you see the new iDubbbz content cop? I did. I actually recorded a whole ass video. It was like an hour long, where I kind of dive into more of like the arguments that got brought up. I was editing it. I had to go to the store or go out or something like that. I come back and the files were corrupted, and I didn't make any backup files. So that video unfortunately got canned. I tried re-recording it, but I was like, "Fuck, man!" Like it sucked because it was such like a huge thing, and I feel like I don't know. I felt like it was a good video, but yeah, I saw the iDubbbz content cop. It's a content cop. Well, it's not a content cop, but also Johnny Somali says he's gonna start giving Korean women STDs. He's a wild man. I don't know any Korean woman who would want to sleep with him. So good luck with that. Did you ever practice semen retention? I'm married and I sometimes practice it. No, I don't. Was that like anti-gooning? And if you really like somebody else, did you fall out of love with your partner? Like that sucks, but it's completely normal sometimes. But you don't sleep around because that's going to hurt them more. I mean, everyone, like, people are kind of different. I feel like some people are more open to open relationships and stuff. Like, they're completely chill with it and it doesn't affect them whatsoever. But to me, it's just such a weird concept, just being in like multiple relationships. Like, having one girlfriend is fucking hard enough. And then you think about having like multiple, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. Especially, I feel like you'd always kind of be insecure about it. Like, are they treating them better? Are they making plans behind my back? Like, are they just gonna? But I guess if you're in an open relationship, I guess you don't think that way. But I don't know, man. I feel like I mean, if you're in an open relationship, cool and all that, but they have a trend where they release it on console and then a year later on PC, like with Red Dead Redemption, GTA 5, and GTA 6 with the same concept. Yeah, I mean, like that's just kind of shitty for PC players, but it's just one of those things where it's like, damn, PC players, we're getting GTA first. The thing is, though, I have like an Xbox Series S, so I don't have the X, which is like the harder console. So I'm kind of scared how it's going to run on the Series S because there is some games that run really well on this, but as you guys know, S is not even close to the same firepower as the X. These fucking dude, Xbox needs to change their fucking names, man. But honestly, think that GTA 6 multiplayer is going to be better because GTA 5 wasn't really meant for multiplayer. I think this is going to be mostly a multiplayer focused game and they're going to milk it. I mean, they're obviously going to, I feel like they're going to make more money off the multiplayer than they would just sales, which don't get me wrong, they're going to make a shit ton of sales, but GTA 5 online to this day is probably still making them millions of dollars a month. So I don't even know. They might not even have a multiplayer. They might. I mean, it'd be interesting to see, but they're definitely going to release the multiplayer like later on. Have you heard of this YouTuber bot named Officer MAP Pride, posting things like CP videos are entertaining, like more entertaining than yeah. I mean, like that's the whole UTTP motherfuckers. Like that's the UTPP or UTTP guys who are like coordinating bots and shit to go into like big YouTubers chats and like say that like they have like animal abuse videos and shit. Yeah, I've been like following the UTTP stuff quite a lot, but yeah, I've heard of that stuff. It fucking sucks, man. I wish YouTube did a better job like monitoring that shit. I don't know how they like get away with it because that's like straight up illegal, right? Like self-promoting CP and shit under like comment sections. But the problem with like people like Penguin Zero, it's like how do you monitor that shit without like just disabling your comment section altogether? But that's why YouTube needs to get on shit like that. Like police need to be involved with topics like that. It's not a matter of like making an exposed video. It's like the actual law enforcement needs to get involved with concepts like that on YouTube. But yeah, it's annoying when you're going to like a comment section, some like Mr. Beast looking profile picture, and you click and it's like, I have the best animal abuse videos. It's like, fuck off. But yeah, that like Officer MAP, there's so many variants of that account. Yeah, I'm just tired of clowns blowing up cargo in the game, and then people get tired of it and just resort to buying shark cards. I think that's why Rockstar made cargo reefing a thing. I mean, yeah, I mean, anytime you have a job, like you do gun runners or anything like that, it's like, yeah, you're susceptible to the public. So like anybody can fly over you and blow you up and fuck your shit up. So it's like, it's shitty, but again, Rockstar's like, hey, if only you had an armored vehicle for the low price of $2.5 million, and everything's still like upscaled in that game too. You want like a decent car, it's like $2 million, and it's like a car that in real life would cost you like 10 grand. It's so fucking stupid, bro. But they got to make money somehow, right? They got to make money on a fucking 10-year, what, 15, how old is GTA 5 now? Like what, 13, 12, 14 years old? But to be fair, you can do cargo and solo lobbies. You just don't get paid as much. I think it's literally double money in a full lobby. Yeah. I mean, yeah, to be fair, you do get paid more, but I don't know if that's fucking worth it though. And same with like the griefing. Like, I don't want to be a pussy and like put on passive mode, but at the same time, I'm so tired of booting in a GTA 6 or GTA 5 lobby and wanting to just do some grinding and shit and just drive around and do pizza deliveries. And I get fucking just like destroyed by goddamn 3 oppressors flying around and a jet flying in the air and a fucking buzzard helicopter flying around and some asshole in a fucking armored vehicle with his buddy on the turret. Like, does it make the online fun? I guess, right? Because that's kind of what the online's meant to be. But man, is it just if you tell me what game is pay to win, I would say GTA Online is fucking pay to win, 100%. Yeah, but seriously though, it's not worth getting blown up. Just take the money to get the car going the solo lobby. I'd rather have them than lose it all. Yeah. Plus, like, I feel like grinding money in that game is kind of difficult. I know it's a lot easier now with like the Cluckenbell heist and shit like that. But like before, like grinding money was tough, bro. Like you would be hopeful that you get a friend that has like an apartment that has a like heisting room, and then you just grind out the heists and shit. But even then, it takes you like 3 or 4 heists just to afford like a fucking decent vehicle or something like that. Like the tanks are like $10 million. Like unless you're hacking or buying shark cards, how long would it take you to make $10 million just by doing like the stuff provided to you without like buying a house or anything? Like it's fucking. You have to buy shark cards. But that's how they get you a DLC, right? Like I would say that like Gun Runners, the Diamond Heist mode, fucking the strip club, the arcade and all that shit, that's all DLC. But the way Rockstar gets away with it is it's in-game DLC. So they make you buy shark cards instead of just like paying $15 to play the DLC. You have to buy shark cards and it's always more than you need. So you end up spending more on shark cards than you need to. And it's like, you guys are fucking scammy. Like, as much as I love Rockstar for how good they are at creating very good single player games, god damn, are they such a scammy little fucking industry. Like, I know it's like a norm nowadays where it's like you have to like buy in-game currency to get DLCs instead of just like buying them off the store. You have to like buy them on their own store page. But it's like, fuck, man, it's just so scammy. Like, oh, you want this new DLC that costs like $15-$20? Yeah, you have to buy a $35 shark card to play the DLC. It's like, well, what am I going to do with this extra money? I don't fucking know. And it's always like it's always an odd number of money too, so you can't even like use it to get something else. Like Jesse from Team Rocket was one piece of hot ass. Hey man, I don't disagree with that statement. You either have to buy shark cards or spam the Kyle Para and gaming Kyle is so boring, man. I can only listen to Pavel say the same thing so many times. Yeah, exactly. And like I feel like it's one of those grindings where you just kind of sit down and you go, why the fuck am I doing this? Right? I've had a couple moments like that too in Destiny. Right? I used to grind the shit out of Destiny 2, and I was sitting there grinding the same fucking vault over and over again to get this a single fucking. I forgot what it was. It was some like hand cannon I was trying to get, and I sat down after like 3 hours of grinding or 4 hours of grinding, and I go, "What the fuck is the point of this?" And I just shut off my game. Is that a weak mindset? Sure, but like fuck me, it comes to a point where it's like, why am I even doing this? The thing about GTA is that if you have a lot of time on your hands, you can make a lot of money. I literally made most of my money grinding over a summer, and I bought most of businesses. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Like I feel like GTA is one of those games where you can, if you do have time, you can grind it. But if you're like working and you're busy, I don't know a lot of people who play GTA online in their free time. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest, as much as fun as the online is, it's very grindy for just like getting basic shit, right? Like it's super grindy to get just basic stuff. Have you heard of Foodsin? I have not. Foodiesin? Or they're like some sort of cooking channel. Do the Dr. Dre contract and this Kyle Pierco heist easy 2 million back to back. Yeah, I mean, like I understand there's methods to get money, but I don't know. I was grinding like the Cluckenbell heist and like the diamond heist. But then I was like, I kind of finished playing GTA Online. I think I told myself literally in that moment that I was like, the next time I touch GTA is going to be GTA 6. Because I used to play, I think I was level like 100. I wasn't very high, but to be fair, I was a little higher level on my PlayStation 3. I think I was level like 300 or something on my PlayStation 3. Did you hear that Pope Francis died? He was such a good Pope. Yeah, I heard about that. Rest in peace, Pope Francis. Obviously, it's a dark time, but yeah, man. Obviously, a new pope is going to be re-elected. So yeah, Pope Francis was a good man. Basically, I bought all the car weapons businesses I wanted, and I still grind, so I have enough to pay for the DLCs. Yeah, I just kind of stopped caring, I guess. I mean, some people obviously love GTA Online. I was just playing it because it was fun, and then when it stopped being fun and started just being more grindy, I was just kind of like, eh. Fuzzy is a troll creator that mocks the dead, pretending he's calling them at 3 a.m. Oh, so he's kind of like that one fucking J Station fucking retard. Have you heard of the Pope prophecy? I have not. Is EDP still being in prison? What do you mean by that? He's not in prison. I mean, I hope he goes to jail. I obviously hope he goes to jail, but he's not currently in prison. Why can't we do Squid Games to child predators? The prize is a life sentence. I mean, that would make more sense for Squid Games instead of like just like heavily in debt people. They use predators instead. That'd be the next like Mr. Beast video, I think. I take 100 of the world's most famous predators and I make them fight one gorilla. EDP documentary been rumored for years now. When is it dropping? I mean, that's been rumored for years. It's only been a year, but I don't know, man. I don't know when it's dropping. We're gonna find out more information tomorrow though, because they're coming out with a update tomorrow on Mike Lump's Patreon. So I don't know when it's dropping, man. I would love to know. Right, this is as big of a secret as Victoria's Secret. I would love to know when this documentary is dropping, but we're gonna find out more information tomorrow, and hopefully we get a trailer tomorrow. That would be lovely. I mean, trust me. Don't get me wrong, guys. I've fucking been waiting for this documentary since it began. Right, like I if you want to ask who is the most anticipated for this, I'm gonna straight up be cocky and say it's me because I've been following this shit since it got leaked, which was like over a year ago now. So. Dear Donald Trump wants to be the Pope. I mean, yeah. What do we expect Donald Trump to say, man? Like, obviously, he's going to be like, I think I should be the Pope. I think I should be the Pope. I'd be an amazing Pope. Just the best Pope. I love God and God loves me. Like, we knew he was going to say some dumb shit like that. I think summer or maybe sometime in October. Yeah, it's so funny how Boogie said it was going to be coming out in the summer. And we're all like, oh, it's coming out this summer. I guess the motherfucker meant next summer. Like, holy shit. You should have been in the doc. I mean, EDP. I mean, didn't EDP scam you? Yeah, but I mean, like, I'd rather the documentary be reserved for people who are like actively in the EDP lore. Like, I feel like did I interview him? Yes, and did I kind of like start talking about him and shit like that when no one else really was? Yeah, but obviously, I feel like I wasn't as important as someone like Matt Simon or Cole Raven or Master at Works or any of these guys who were there during like when it happened, right? Even though I have obviously been involved with EDP, throughout my YouTube career, but it's just one of those things. And also Mike never invited me. Mike never asked me to be in the interview. So I never wanted to be like, hey man, I want to be in the interview. Because obviously it'd be a good opportunity for me. But at the same time, what would I say? What would I add? Why was that Trump impression actually him? Because I do Trump impressions every once in a while. Like when I'm at work and shit, I do like stupid ass fucking Trump impressions. To be fair, I'd probably give my thanks to God after dodging a literal bullet. Yeah. Unfortunately, him dodging that bullet, though, did cause someone else to get hit. I'm not saying it's Donald Trump's fault for fucking dodging a bullet, but, that bullet had to go somewhere, unfortunately. But EDP charging for an interview was ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I did get a discount. I didn't want to pay in the first place. I really didn't want to. That was like one of my biggest things, but it's just one of those things where, I paid him I think like $35 or $40 or some stupid shit like that. And to be fair, he did bring a lot of traction to my channel. So the interview was like one of the biggest things on my channel at the time. It was like my most viewed video, so there was definitely a give and a take from it, I guess. But yeah, it was pretty meh. I mean, it wasn't a great interview. It wasn't terrible. I feel like some shit did happen, but have you seen Velma? If you have, did current Fred fight old Fred? What do you like? I've seen like the Velma TV show. I watched like 2 episodes of the first season, but Fred, yeah, I feel like old Fred would win because the new Fred fucking sucks. Do you know what the documentary is going to be called? I'm assuming like, I don't know, what was the Boogie one called? The Sad Life of Boogie 2988. It'll probably be like the Unpredictable Life of EDP445 or some shit like that. I don't know, something catchy. Or maybe they'll just straight up be calling him like the biggest YouTube predator or some like clickbaity shit. Like, I interviewed the world's biggest predator, like literally and figuratively. Did a security team set him up? They literally have the location of the shooter. They did not take him out. I don't care if you are left or right. That's some fucking horseshit. Well, I'll say this right now. I'm not like much of a conspiracy theorist, But out of all the years I've seen like historical presidential assassinations and shit like that, it is definitely very odd how that even happened and how the security team was so fucking oblivious when I know how strictly they train those FBI guys in the Secret Service to protect the president or the candidate for the presidency. So, I mean, you guys can think what you want. I think, obviously there's some big goofs there that happened. Also, by the way, read the current Aquaman. It's actually slaps. Yeah, I'm not like the biggest fan of Aquaman though. Like I'm like a fan obviously of like DC Comics, but I'm not like the biggest fan of DC Comics. You know what I'm saying? Like I read a bit of Batman back in the day, but I was more of like a Marvel kid. But yeah, man, I really hope tomorrow we actually like fucking get a. I hope tomorrow we actually get a trailer, man. Actually, I'll fucking run a poll. I can fucking do that, or can I? No, I can't. Can I? I don't think I can. Well, I could just straight up ask you guys. Do you guys think we're getting the trailer tomorrow? It'd be nice. I mean, obviously, I want to. I don't know if we are though, because if we get the trailer tomorrow, that means we're getting it in June, which is crazy. But I'm sure you guys will let me know though. Like that'll probably be the first thing that you guys would probably let me know. Sadly, no. Yeah, I mean, I like to believe we are because he said it was like 70 or he said it was 70-80% done last update, and it's been a month since then. So you'd like to think that 20%, at least to a point where he can release a trailer, right? Because like he's gonna post the trailer, and then he's still got like another month of production or like editing. So you'd like to think that we will get a trailer tomorrow. I mean, the stars do align a little bit, but I'm sure I'm not going to give my hopes up because I feel like tomorrow we're just going to get woken up with another like Patreon update, which is still exciting. I mean, I'm excited to see the Patreon update. I'll definitely do a video. I don't know if I'm going to release it tomorrow, but I'll definitely do a video tomorrow, like reacting to it or like talking about the Patreon update. Hopefully, we get something like big. Like I know, like we've gotten some like decently big stuff in the last updates, but I want something that's actually like groundbreaking. Like actually, like is going to be like holy shit, right? This documentary needs to be taken seriously. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Aquaman either, but I don't know why your shit's not popping up. Oh, there we go. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Aquaman either, but they're doing him justice now with the new comic runs. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I never even like watched the comic or the fucking movies, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I like. Don't get me wrong. I like Aquaman. I think he's a cool superhero. But like in the fucking Zack Snyder film, he was pretty good. But in all honesty, I really don't think Aquaman deserves the hate he gets because he's not a fish fucker like Namor. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't hate Aquaman. I just personally just like I don't really like care about him, I guess. But yeah, I do think that he does get shit on a lot in modern media, like how he apparently fucks fish according to Peacemaker. According to Peacemaker, apparently Aquaman fucks fish. What's your opinion on Gabriel Moses? I don't know who that is. Gabriel Moses. Joshua with the big $5 dono. Hey Plubo, like what you're doing here. Keep exposing that R Belly 45. I appreciate that, man. W's in chat, guys. Like holy shit. But yeah, man, I'm just gonna keep posting videos. I literally said I'm not gonna stop making videos about EDP until he's like in jail. So yeah, man. I'm glad some of you guys appreciate the videos and the updates and stuff like that. So W's for Joshua. I mean, honestly, Jason Momoa killed that role, but in all honesty, I think he would have made more sense playing LeBeau. Yeah. No, Jason Momoa is a good actor, man. Minecraft movie, little iffy, but I think he does play a stoic, strong male character, so he obviously encapsulated Aquaman pretty good. I feel like he had like the proper build for Aquaman. I mean, honestly, Jason Momoa killed that role, but honestly, I think oh, sorry, I already fucking read that, dude. I gotta take my meds, guys. I gotta take my fucking schizo meds. Watch, I'm not even streaming right now. I'm just sitting in a fucking empty room, just like having a fucking schizo episode, Too Mad edition. Alrighty, hold on. Let me click some tabs here. Too bad your ex don't give it to you. Don't give it to you. Shit, now we're copyrighted. Dude, I have that fucking Sabrina Carpenter song stuck in my head. It's all because of Fortnite, dude. Sabrina Carpenter and Fortnite has completely fucked my music listening choices lately. Like my little brother's a huge fan of Sabrina Carpenter. Well, I say little, he's like, you know, he's an adult, but have you seen the video of the theater manager pause the Minecraft movie? He sounded like Benson from the regular show. Mad, yeah. I mean, to be fair though, the shit that was happening in the Minecraft like movie theaters was like so fucked though. Like people like throwing actual chickens around and popcorn and shit like that. It's like, yeah, if you want to like have a good time at a movie theater and live up to memes, go ahead. But I feel like when you start thrashing the place, it's kind of goofy, man. Don't know who LeBeau is. That's the main man. Basically, he's a parody character. He's like Deadpool, but you'd actually be surprised on how much of a threat that LeBeau is. He gives Superman trouble. Wait, seriously? Why do people say you support EDP? I don't know, because they're low IQ idiots who just hop in here and try to get attention. I genuinely don't know. I mean, I definitely bring attention to EDP. I've never not argued with that or ever argued with that. I definitely do bring attention to EDP, but I don't fucking support him. Especially if you look up like the definition of support, I definitely do not. Like if I supported him, why would he make a roast video about me? Why would he like make a roast video talking shit about me? And calling me gay and shit. Like someone who supports someone, do you think they would make a video about that? Like fucking idiots. Or they're just trying to like piss me off for sake of like fucking getting a clip farm or some shit, which is still weird. I don't know, man. It's hard to explain why people come in here and act stupid. But it's just something you get used to. Like, I almost guarantee, go ask EDP and ask him if I support him. He'll probably fucking go on a rant again or some shit. That's like saying, oh, Penguin Zero supports EDP too because he did a video on him. Oh, if you do a video on someone, you're clearly supporting them. I was like, fucking pathetic. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, technically, Lobo is a intergalactic bounty hunter, but he has fought Superman multiple times in the past, and even Superman gets fed up with him. Also, Superman's very based in the comics. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty. Like the Injustice Superman who was just fucking killing people. To be fair, I don't think that was Superman. I think he was like being brainwashed. Or no, it's because something happened where he was like going crazy. Anyways, I'm probably gonna end the stream here because I haven't eaten yet, so I'm gonna go eat some food. But yeah, W stream, guys, 2 hours, so definitely twice as long as last stream. But yeah, definitely tomorrow when the Patreon update comes out, I'll probably make a video. So be on the lookout for that. I'm interested to see what happens. If it's a trailer, then you guys are gonna get probably a reaction video tomorrow. Like if he drops the trailer, I'm not gonna do a video. I'm not gonna watch the trailer. I'm gonna immediately go to YouTube, do a reaction, and then like edit it and post it on YouTube. So yeah, guys, W stream. W Joshua as well for the $5 donation. Huge W. Basically, Superman, if somebody is a big enough threat, he will not hesitate to take them out. He's not like Spider-Man or Batman who put you down. He's a big enough threat. Yeah, same. That's how it should be, though. If you're Superman, why not fucking kill? I don't know if he kills, but like, see you next time, Flip. Yeah, see you guys next time. W stream, guys. Honestly, I'm gonna go eat some food. But yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I think tomorrow, no matter what, because I'm gonna be doing the Patreon update tomorrow. So yeah, I'll definitely see you guys tomorrow. And how does Moist Critical end his stream? He's always like, "Yep, that's about it. See ya." Is that a good impression? Should I do my Donald Trump again? Anyways, I'm fucking yapping. See you guys tomorrow.